Texas won't let me in. I ain't gonna be here long. Not afraid I'm going. I ain't gonna be here long, Lord. I ain't gonna be here long. But my heart it sure ain't pumping like it used to do. Lord knows I bump my leg and it turns black and blue. Yes, it does. Now they say that it's unhealthy the way that I live. My liver's gone, my lungs are shot, and my heart's about to give. But I ain't gonna let that bother me, no. So I'm drinking, smoking, gun to rebel son. I ain't gonna let that bother me, no, Lord. So I'm drinking, smoking, gun to rebel son. I ain't gonna be here long. Not afraid I'm going. I ain't gonna be here long, Lord. I ain't gonna be here long. Ain't gonna be here long. No, not afraid I'm going. I ain't gonna be here long, Lord. So I'm drinking, smoking, gun to rebel son.
And welcome to Fren Report Live. This is Fren Report Live number 31. And with me tonight, I have Mr. Air Raid Siren,
Howdy, folks.
Mr. Johnny Ketamine, in theory.
Doesn't mute when the song's on, but then he fucking disappears when it's over.
Right. I have Mr. Steve Z.
Hey, everybody.
I have Mr. Jamie Birch,
Hello, brothers.
Mr. Murray Cohen.
Moo.
Is Calypso back?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I got Pirate Calypso, and
Hey,
first
how's it
time
going,
on the
everyone?
show. And the first time on the show, we have Balrog Groiper.
My name is Jeff.
Oh, so some crazy shit happening today. Well, there's the Texas theme. I want to get into that in a minute. I think.
Oh, I can't copy the link to this fucking thing. Oh, there we go.
Let me see. Let me see what we want to get into first here.
Throwing a link into the Front Report Live. The guy made a little interesting comments on the Texas thing. If you guys can read that, want to read that?
Yeah, I guess that's what we should start out with, is the Texas shit. Because it started out with Texas filing a lawsuit against Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Yeah, fuck them states.
Basically saying they didn't follow the proper constitutional procedure, and because of that, it changed the results of the elections, and the rest of the states basically can't be expected to abide by that, you know. Since then, Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Kentucky, Mississippi, South Carolina, and South Dakota have joined up on that. And I think...
I fucking hear anybody.
Huh? Well, now Johnny
You guys hear me?
talks. Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you. Can you not hear us? Sorry about that. I disconnected. I was trying to connect to the Wi-Fi.
You son of a bitch.
For shame.
Disgusting.
For shame. Let me see. Arkansas I don't think was in that list. Here's the full list: is Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, Kentucky, Mississippi, South Carolina, and South Dakota. Now, you might notice a little something about all of those states.
There
Well,
we
South
go.
Dakota didn't exist in 1861. But other than that, those are all southern states. And it's really telling that Texas was the one that filed the suit because it's in Texas's annexation papers since they were the only state that was actually its own country before joining the Union.
Well, technically, California was too for about 14 days.
Oh, well,
Really?
that doesn't count.
Yeah, it was its own republic for a while after we kicked the Mexicans out.
So is Vermont.
Yeah, but yeah, Texas is the main.
Yeah, well,
Don't they
yeah,
have,
because
like-
California and Vermont don't have like the same annexation stuff.
Like, isn't Texas allowed to just leave the Union if they want?
Yep, they're
Yeah.
allowed to break up into as many states as they want. They can leave the Union anytime they want. So, like, that's why I was saying it's a big deal for Texas to be like, well, fuck you.
Right.
Imagine if Texas breaks up into different counties and say they're all new states.
They can
Vermont's-
do that.
Vermont
bless
still
Texas.
has. Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. Vermont has.
Mandatory public armories.
Oh shit. Nice.
Interesting.
And I mean that was set up, I mean, for two reasons. One, to protect the locals from the new government if things went bad, but mostly to protect us from Canada in case Canada ever invaded.
You fucking leaves.
The armory was full of
Whoa.
leaf blowers and rakes.
Yep, full of leaf blowers and rakes, just in case our patience has its limits. We don't want your fucking Tim Hortons and your poutine down here.
I'm more of a leaf burning type of guy, so
Oh.
Fucking fed
Them's our
posting
spider
out
birds,
here.
boy.
Out here fed posting now, huh?
oh, no, actual leaves in my yard.
Oh, shut
Yeah, he
that.
tricks Canadians to coming into his yard and fucking knocks them out, sets them on fire. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
I don't know, man. Burning bodies is pretty. It's tough work. I don't know.
Right? It takes a while. From what
Yeah,
I
it does.
understand, you know?
Surprisingly long time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you're left with like a bunch of asses that you got to do something with after that.
Bone
Yeah.
fragments, teeth, all
Bone
kinds of evidence.
fragments, yeah.
I'll just
Kinda
throw those
shit.
on my electrified floor, and they'll.
You're gonna save the shoes.
Moments.
You're gonna save the shoes.
Smash,
Well, of
smash-
course, yeah. I need
Smash
something
up-
to make a pile out of.
Yeah. Yeah. What else are you gonna make a pile out of? Come on. Everybody knows it.
All the hair is in my mattress and pillows, so that's not going to work.
Right.
Then you take the masturbating machine and you smash up the rest of it.
Oh, shut the F up. Donated a diamond with no message. Thank you, shut the F up. Oh, but what I was saying, so yeah, South Dakota didn't exist in 1861. But all the rest of those states are Confederate states. Well, Kentucky never actually seceded. But there's kind of a special case there.
The South is rising again.
Yeah, basically. So I was like,
There was
fuck you.
there was that state that was formed sort of like in between Tennessee and North Carolina.
Yeah.
It was like an autonomous state that was declared, and then the feds invaded and broke it up.
Yeah. That was the place of the original Wataugan colony. My family actually, one of my ancestors was actually the lawyer that wrote the deeds for that, and the Wataugans were the first independent country by Europeans in what is now the United States.
Oh.
Yeah, because they did that in 1775, and then so when 1776 rolled around, then obviously they just kind of joined the Union, but
Remember when autonomous zones were based?
Fucking
Yeah.
bait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where they
you
were
know,
faking
blended
gay,
through
like
everyone.
fucking Chop or Chaz or whatever the fuck they called it.
Yeah, we
And
got
whatever
a
that new one is.
Right. They tried to start one in on Staten Island, I think, so they could like because they're like, oh, you got to shut down, you can't open up, and they're like, oh, well, fuck you, or
Actually, that was pretty based.
yeah, that was kind of
Yeah.
based. They're like, well, fuck you, we're in autonomous zone now, and that didn't work out too well for them.
Well, actually, I
Right,
mean,
let's go.
I beg to differ. I thought that was pretty awesome because the sheriffs initially kind of like raided the place, and then some guy got on social media and was like, "Hey, look what's happening behind me," and then like 1,000 people showed up to stand in front of that place.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, that was pretty base. It just they're like, fuck you, and arrested the guy anyway and shit. So
Yeah, I wonder how long it's gonna take before these things start turning violent. Because these are, people's lives getting ruined, and how far are you gonna let it go? Are you gonna end up, offing yourself, or are you gonna fight back?
right.
Which one?
Oh,
yeah.
Which one were
It's
you
already
talking about?
happening in Europe.
Yep.
The
I mean,
restaurant-
yeah, Europe's like, well, Western Europe is on the verge of fucking revolution, like all over the fucking place, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah.
look what happened in France. They burned, the Bank of France down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
not the
And
bank.
France was already on the
Holy-
verge. Of, France was already. France was already on the verge of fucking revolution
Well, was it
before
with,
the
like, yellow
lockdowns
jacket?
with the fucking yellow vests and shit. So
Oh yeah, yellow vest.
Which was a way bigger thing than the media ever fucking let on.
yeah,
You
oh,
barely
yeah.
heard anything about it, and then
They
I'd go
covered
on
it like the
Twitter.
first couple of weeks, and then,
Yeah.
but it kept going for like a year. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't see anything at all, and I'd go on Twitter, and it's like these fucking videos of riots, like
Yep.
huge masses of people, like.
Well, what was it? Alex Jones straight up said that the actual revolution would be televised.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, the thing about the Texas suit is that it's for one thing, it goes directly to the Supreme Court because it's now 8 states having a problem with other states, and it's based purely on constitutional grounds. So there's no way they can be like, oh well, because like if it was just a Pennsylvania case or whatever, that was supposed to go to the Supreme Court anyway, and if it was just that, it could be argued that the Supreme Court didn't have jurisdiction, and it would have been kind of iffy,
Yeah, they already
It could've
shot that
gone-
one down, didn't they?
Well, they did because Texas filed the suit, so they're like, okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna go
Texas
with this one instead because that'll make that one moot
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Mind if I read this? Mind if I read this link here?
Go ahead.
And
I
then
just
hear what
popped it up actually. But
Yeah, and then hear what you guys think about it. Yeah, so this guy Klingon Frog 17 on Gab goes, attention everyone, do not panic. The PA suit was going to be denied anyway, and here's why. 1. The Texas case has been accepted and on solid constitutional ground, as you've been talking about for a couple of days now. That caseless PA as a defendant. The Kelly case and the Texas case are basically one and the same, but my guess is Cruz did a better job framing the argument. The Court of Appeals with the Trump judge threw it out as well before the U.S. Supreme Court. 3. The Texas case has 4 defendants, so if successful, instead of one going down, we have all 4 at the same time. Looking at the timing of it, plus it would take time to do 2 cases. This way it takes care of all 4 at once before the 14th. Arizona is already contested, so there's no need for a SCOTUS case. Besides, I doubt Cruz would argue a case like Kelly's if Trump judge tossed out and did the opinion that you knew it was flawed. Cruz said he would do the oral arguments for a case, just not that one. Think about it. 4. Alito is not a turncoat. He just knows that the current Texas case is easier to decide and does not get into state politics, only the Constitution, i.e. their jobs, just like the prior case that was tossed. And 5, constructionalists like this court are picky and for good reason. The court was never designed to play referee between the legislature of a state and the governor. Kelly went for that angle and Cruz did not. This is the real news, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what he posted anyways.
yeah,
I have questions. So wasn't there a doesn't the Trump legal team have an appeal to their court case in Pennsylvania that's supposed to be reaching SCOTUS soon?
What's up?
Or
Say it
correct
again.
me if I'm wrong, but I thought that the Trump legal team had their own case in Pennsylvania.
They did, but well, no, because the Trump case was like, oh, because there's no injured party, was why they said that, why they threw that one out, and so that's why they had the whatever, the one citizen in Pennsylvania that went, or was that Michigan?
No, that was Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that was. I think they did the same thing in Michigan too, but they had to have like an injured party, so it had to be somebody from Pennsylvania that was saying, "Hey, my vote got fucked up because of this."
So is that what the Mike Kelly one was?
Possibly.
I'm having a hard time following all these cases.
It kind of doesn't matter because they're gonna use the states one instead, because then there's no question of jurisdiction and the results would be the same. It would make the other ones moot anyway.
Okay.
Right. What would be like a state by state? That's more of a state problem. But when you have several states going, that's more
Right,
of
when
a
it's in
federal
between states and it's based fully on a constitutional basis, because that's what they're like. Fuck you! You didn't follow the Constitution.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know,
SCOTUS
and
is
it
all
changed
about.
the results of the election because of it. So
Yeah, I mean it's true.
yeah, it is. Like, no, we're not gonna have a president we didn't fucking vote for because
You guys fucked up with your DMV diversity hires.
right. I was kind of because when I talk about this, I'm about to get pissed off about this.
Yeah.
But I guess we might as well bring it up now. Let me I'll have to go to my profile. I thought I bookmarked it, but I don't see the bookmark. It's gonna take me a second to find it. There it is. So there's a video here. Georgia Republican state veteran legislatures are afraid if they call a special session, BLM and Antifa will burn down Atlanta and blame them for it. So
Atlanta's gonna burn again by the Democrats, huh? Or,
yeah. Oh no, the fucking
that's
Nogs
a
are gonna
Democratic
fucking
tactics.
the gollywogs are gonna burn their own fucking shit down. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, look at Portland. Portland. I mean,
Atlanta's like 80% black. You know what I mean?
So what does that mean? They're all going to move out into the suburbs again? They burn their city down and they move out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, we were talking about this a little bit before we went on air here.
Switch this over.
They're gonna burn this shit down anyways. Like, they're fucking ruining it anyways. What are these fucking people afraid of?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. They're gonna act like that anyway. They've been doing it. It's not like it's anything fucking new. Oh no, they're gonna burn down Atlanta. Well, fuck Atlanta then.
And it's not like they're gonna lose voters on this fucking out of this deal, because none of these people are gonna fucking vote for them anyways.
Yeah.
So they're not losing votes. They're not fucking losing any property. I mean, if they do have any property in there, I mean, it's getting fucking burnt down anyways. Like, it's not. Yeah.
Well, it's like the only they'll be protected in Atlanta is going to be the CNN building. They're going to protect that, but screw everything else.
And they're giving away their fucking country to people who hate them because they're afraid to fucking stand up to them. Like, it's fucking retarded.
Right? Isn't that negotiating with terrorists?
Yeah, that's what I said on Twitter today when I saw that.
Oh,
see,
same
I
thing
was
happening in Minnesota.
pissed off when I first saw this video. And I'll go ahead and play this video. Oh, I was so pissed when I first saw this shit. I'll get into why after I play the video, I guess, because... there it is. This video's too damn quiet, huh?
Get this, from Idaho, had a conversation last night with young Representative Colton Moore, represents the 1st District of
Oh yeah,
Georgia.
the volume on this
27
thing is
years
shit.
old. And he asked him how the whip was going to get to 91. And apparently, from our caller, Colton Moore said, they're never going to get there. And he said, the problem is I'm talking to some of the veteran legislators, and they're afraid to put their name on this petition because they don't want to be doxxed. They don't want their families to be harassed. They don't want anybody going to their house, keying their car. They don't want any of that happening. They also said, look, if we have a special session and we revoke the electors for Biden, Antifa is going to come, BLM is going to come, and Atlanta's going to burn down, and they're going to blame us. So we just don't want to deal with this. We just need to go forward as it is, elect these 2 senators, and everything will be fine.
The chat saying audio.
From Idaho, had a conversation.
Yeah, because it's just that video had such fucking quiet. So basically, yeah, they're worried about fucking Antifa and BLM. Oh, they're gonna come burn down, and they're gonna dox us and harass us and all this shit. So if you're too much of a fucking pussy, and you don't need to be doing that fucking job to actually do your fucking job, and like,
as long as it's not right wingers doing it, right? Because then they'd send in the troops.
Right? Yeah, because if it was us, oh no, we couldn't have that. Fucking blah blah blah. Like, dude, it just fucking let us go in there, and we'll make sure they don't fucking do shit. I guarantee it.
Right? Never again.
Exactly. Like, fuck you. We're the ones that built this goddamn country, and this is exactly what my ancestors fought for in the Civil War. It wasn't to protect slavery and shit. Slavery was an issue that we didn't want those people fucking dumped in our fucking backyards. So this fucking didn't fucking happen. You know?
Yeah.
So, and that's why you notice who's the ones that are fucking pushing the fucking the things now, the biggest suits against it and everything is the South again. You know what I mean? They're like, fuck this. And yeah. So it's Civil War 2.0. It's about to happen. You know, it's what they've been trying to do anyway.
Yeah, we're just gonna start getting more and more skirmishes.
Yeah.
Until it just fully blows up.
Yeah, it's getting fucking crazy.
Yep. But when the legislatures are like, oh, we're too afraid to do our fucking jobs, so we're going to let them just fucking steal the goddamn election, even though we know it's fucking bullshit, so they don't fucking bother us. Like,
yeah, so they can keep fucking leeching off the dying corpse of America.
Right? And if you look at the goddamn the map of who actually voted what, it's like very few counties actually even voted blue. It was just fucking...
It's just those major city populations.
Yeah.
It was just the ones that needed to. What a coincidence.
Right. And what do you think's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen to them if we say fuck you? We don't need them. We can fucking build everything we need on our own. We already have everything we need.
All we do is sanction them and starve out.
All they are is fucking parasites on us any fucking way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, the fucking finance fucking banksters and fucking ghetto fucking welfare queens, you know? Like, they can kiss my goddamn ass. So if we just say, well, fuck you, we'll just leave. What are they going to do? Not a goddamn thing, you know what I mean?
Right, all the truckers have to do is stop providing for them. It's like, yeah, we're just going to not go into the cities anymore.
Yeah.
Well, Zero's foot posting over here. That's what that is.
I'm gonna need another couple $1,000s in my bank account before I can do something like that.
Right.
All right, well, let's do a GoFundMe.
If you want, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
You're like, I'm pay me so I don't have to work.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell them you're trans and that you need hormone replacement therapy, and then you'll get all the Gibbs meatettes that you want.
Hey, this sounds
Yeah.
like a good idea.
I don't think the thought hasn't crossed my mind.
As long as they don't ask for updates on how you're doing.
Right? How dare you ask me for
What do you mean you
updates?
spent all your transition money on guns and ammunition?
How dare you ask me for
Business
updates?
ticket.
What do you think I'm lying?
Brick,
Yeah.
post the brick moves. That'll keep the shekels rolling in.
Wait, did your skin get darker? What happened? Yes. That's a
Yes.
side effect.
I'm also transitioning my race.
Oh,
I'm a trans nigger.
Gamer word.
we're live.
We're
God
not
damn it.
supposed to be dropping the big game warriors, but
We call them riggers around here.
no, and that's not the first time it's happened. I still don't know how we're fucking still on YouTube even, but
Yeah, I call them DMV employees.
right.
I'm
Forgot.
partial to Blake's myself.
Yeah, we were doing good for a little bit, so we weren't doing the gamer word of the day. But man, we need to go back to that.
That was good. It kind of gave us something to keep our minds from slipping and dropping the hard R.
Right.
The Hard R Cafe.
I'm kind of
Did you guys
partial
ever
with
see that
Gollywog.
That's a good one.
Did you guys ever see that picture? It's the
Yeah,
it's this
I
picture
just-
of the heart. Yeah, yeah.
I
and
just
it's
posted about it,
it's 'cause
actually.
The sign's broken, so it just says Hard R Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meal fit for kings there,
Yeah.
right?
Hangs, bro.
Shit.
They knew what they were doing.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
We was roadhouses and shit.
So what else we got for today?
What about that DMV employee who was on video doing all this election fraud stuff and has now lawyered up?
Oh, really?
yeah,
They
yeah.
lawyer?
Oh yeah, because it actually
Yeah,
came
she
out
wore that.
yesterday, and I forgot to mention it.
What,
But yeah,
did she have a mugshot did she have a mugshot where she did check embezzlement? She had a mugshot, didn't she?
huh?
She got arrested for a check embezzlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby there. Yeah, she'd already been arrested for check fraud and stuff.
Yeah.
They
And
isn't that a
shit.
felony?
Ain't shit. Yeah, it is.
So they let a felon be involved with our elections.
Yes, they did.
Nothing suspicious here. But it's
Because
pretty fucking
Move
telling.
along, Goyam.
because not doing so will be racist.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's like the major players in the fraud seem to have picked their people very well. They picked the DMV employees to blame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've touched on the subject a bit, and it's
Yeah.
it's a little bit of they're not smart, so it's easy to get them to do it because they don't fucking have the foresight to go, hey, maybe I might end up
Yeah.
in fucking jail for 20 years. That would be terrible. It's a perfect scapegoat, right? Like they're pushing the racial tensions and the violence out in the streets. So there's the face of the election fraud right there
Yep.
on camera.
On camera.
What was it? They got the senator from Georgia. It looked like she was involved in it too. The one that was looking very nervous.
Did
Which
you
one?
guys see?
Ah, crud. What was her name? I think her last name was Parent.
Oh,
But
I
she
don't
was
know.
there during the hearings with Giuliani down in Georgia, and she was like, "Oh, that video was debunked." Although it
Oh,
came,
yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
one. Yeah.
yeah, that senator.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
guys see the re-review of that video? Somebody posted a re-review of that video where they focused entirely on the woman at the top left desk, and you can clearly see her put the stack of ballots into the counter, and after they're finished, she collates them, kind of like straightens them out, and then puts them through again, and then pulls them out, straightens them, and puts them through a third time.
Huh.
She puts the same
That's like-
stack through the counter 3 times in a row on camera, and nobody mentioned it at all in the courtroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that, but I had heard I saw somebody post about that. I didn't know that was that obvious. I'll have to check out that video again.
Oh my God, it's all right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, it's
talk about the smoking gun. Like, you can speculate about whether or not those were legal ballots or not, but there's no way you can provide a reason why that lady had to count the same stack 3 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Well, they
like-
were doing that they were doing that with the other ones they pulled out from under the table. They would run them 2 or 3, 4 times and shit.
And I was under the impression, I could be wrong here, but I was under the impression that when you're running those ballots through, you have a stack of ballots, you run them through, and if any one of them gets rejected by the machine, you have to take the entire stack, put them aside, and they have to be gone through.
Yeah, because they could get counted multiple times or whatever if you run it multiple times, and so they have to like go through it to make sure it's done right or whatever.
Well, obviously they were just in a hurry. That's why it took them a week to finish.
Yeah, because usually they do it in
Yep.
one night, but they were in such a hurry it took a week.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and where's
makes sense.
the goddamn fucking explanation for that? Just that alone. Just
Yeah.
that alone. The fact that they weren't done counting in fucking the one night as every other fucking election has been.
Mhm.
Well,
Third world
boy.
country count quicker.
We
It's because
we
they had the
to make
burst
sure
water
it
main that
wasn't-
didn't really happen.
Yeah, and that
Like,
set
Oh
them
yeah,
back.
wasn't that reported by that guy who beat the shit out of his girlfriend and his girlfriend's baby or some shit?
Yes, and he was also the one that stuck the boxes of ballots under the fucking table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He beat up a baby.
Yeah, so like
As you
this
do.
guy was on a reality TV show about being in love with a woman who's already has 5 boyfriends, and all 5 of the boyfriends live in the same house together. It's like one of those open.
Oh
relationship
yeah,
things.
that
Fuck.
gross Filipino chick, right?
Yeah, and it turns out this guy, he beat the shit out of the baby to within an inch of its life, and then beat the shit out of this chick, and got arrested and everything. I guess didn't serve very much time in prison for it, obviously, because why would we do that to
Because that would be
kid
racist.
beaters? But yeah,
That would be racist.
yeah. Even though the guy's a fucking white guy.
Oh no, it was a black guy that reported that the water main broke, and because
Oh really? I saw somebody okay.
and it was the same guy.
I saw somebody correlated. Oh.
It was the same guy that. I mean, it might have correlated between them, or something. Because I know, it was the black guy. It was the same guy that stuck the ballots under the table when he was one of the 4 people counting. After everybody
Yeah.
left, I had his name. I don't know. We said it on the show the other day. I could look it up if I needed to. But this just came, man. Or I just saw it anyway. Oh,
His name was Tyrone Beatums.
Womp,
Y'all
womp.
got any more than Biden ballots? Oh, but this just came in. Our favorite didn't get elected politician there, Lauren Witzke, posted this. But you remember they were talking about that Chinese shipping company, the SF or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
they got from the Georgia shit. They got they were having a whole bunch of the Chinese envelopes in the Georgia counting areas too.
So Essentially, China's involved in rigging our election.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
And,
look at Hunter
Did you guys see
Biden.
that?
and so we could essentially.
Did you guys see
prove
that
it.
post about how they're speculating that when China sent out those bags of seeds to people, they were
Oh,
actually trying to see which addresses were still valid to send ballots to.
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
And there was more shit about China and fucking Georgia that came out today. Speaking of.
Wait, can you explain it to me like I'm a dumb cow? How does it make sense that they sent the seeds to confirm ballots? I don't understand that.
They were sending seeds, so they were sending the seeds to like houses, right? And what it was is the seeds didn't mean anything by themselves. They were literally trying to see which addresses still had people living there, you know, so that they could send ballots to those addresses, multiple ballots.
Well, how would they have seen that by sending them seeds? Why not just send them like?
It's just random. Just a random fucking thing. It's a theory. It's not an actual proven thing. It's a theory that somebody had, and I was just asking what you guys thought of it.
That's why I don't usually give stuff like that too much time on the show, because we don't know about it, and there's plenty of shit to do.
Yeah, Johnny, come on, Johnny.
Like,
I thought it was
people were returned, then the address was incorrect.
It's the seeds, man. The seeds. It was the seeds of fraud.
Right?
Yeah.
Black Brad Pitt saying that what is China not involved in is a better question. That's
right.
Very true.
Yeah.
I don't think they're involved in sending seeds to people's houses to see if they're registered voters.
Hey, we never know. We don't know how they think, bro.
I swear to God, I'm gonna do a tear.
Well, because they were also being sent to what's it called? Different countries, Japan and Portugal and shit. So, I mean, there's some kinks in that idea. So,
I'd be more likely to believe that they were spreading around a fucking biological weapon that way than anything else.
Yeah, something that will take out the problem.
That's a possibility.
Well, we already got the coronavirus from them, so what else is new?
Right. Well, there was a lot of shit with like Brian Kemp being fucking. He was doing a lot of shit with China and him being
the governor of Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
It's fucking owned by them.
China was in the news a lot today because there was also Hunter Biden's some shit about Biden came out that Hunter from his laptop that did like the thing, and
well, you know what? Frankly, there's a reason Russia did not give China an early warning system for nukes.
No.
Well, there was the Chinese spy link to California Representative Swalwell, exposed after leaked video claims compromised people at top of U.S. power and influence. That was on Tucker last night.
And what, Feinstein had a spy in her area, like the driver?
Yep, and Feinstein did. So they were all, and there was a whole shit that happened. Was it a couple months before the election in Houston, where they were like burning fucking. They were told them they had to get the fuck out.
Oh, right, at the embassy, right?
Yeah, at the embassy, they told them they had to get the fuck out, and so they were burning fucking papers for like 24 hours or some shit.
Huh.
And you know what? China's still a paper dragon right now. We should just take them out while we can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that kind of looks like it's what it's fucking shaping up to.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? Hopefully Australia and Japan come in, because you know what?
They will.
Hopefully the Russians help us out.
There's a good chance.
Russia doesn't like China.
Right now, Russia would probably just stay out of it, but they don't like China either. You know what I mean? So
yeah, like I mentioned earlier, they refuse to give China the technology for an early warning system for nukes.
Yeah.
So we could just nuke them and not have to really worry.
Well, no, they've already developed one.
Oh, is that you, Johnny?
Yeah.
So, no, yeah, the nuking them comment.
They've already,
That's
yeah,
me.
they've already long had some.
Just fucking drop the nukes on everybody. Fuck it.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
this is cool.
Nuclear winter.
I think that this would be a bad idea.
Oh, don't fucking believe that nuclear winter bullshit. Fuck off with that hippy dippy crap. There's no fucking thing as nuclear winter.
Hey, that was me saying it. I'm pro nuking China.
Oh, okay.
I am too.
So this is like our new trade strategy.
It's been a while since we've had some new nuclear weapons footage. We need some fucking HD fucking 4K nuclear fucking blast footage again.
Here we go.
That's something Trump should do on his last day in
All right,
office.
juke nuke 'em.
Have a nuclear weapons test.
Like the last thing we need is fucking. Anyway. But
I'm gonna hard disagree on that.
Fucking what?
Well, I mean, I could use a 10, so a nuclear bomb is usually good.
Well,
I could use a third leg, so
Biden says we gotta watch out for the dark winters, so nothing could brighten up a dark winter like a nuclear blast.
Right.
There you
Yep.
go.
Oh. It's not a tumor.
Hey, I want my tobacco.
Fucking leg growing out your head.
bro, I want to look like the toxic waste man from RoboCop.
Oh yeah, Lindsay Lohan.
It was Ralph Jones Sr. was the guy. Ralph Jones Sr. was the guy that did the that said that the burst water main pop the water main in the arena there pop the burst and everybody had to get out, and then he was the one that stashed the fucking ballots under the table and then was like in charge of the counting of them and shit. So that was his name.
Ralph Jones. I hear that name Jones. I think of a black DMV worker.
Well,
I literally
there's a good
almost
reason
said
for
bad one I
that.
wasn't supposed to say.
There's a good reason for that. He's definitely a
Is this-
DMV
He's a
worker.
black. He's a browno American.
Yeah, a basketball American.
Is this the guy
Yeah.
who looks like the fellow who was having the spaz out ripping up papers while counting, sorting ballots?
I think so.
And possibly.
No,
and
that was a
looks
different
like the
guy. I
same
think.
guy. Okay.
That was a different guy. I think. I don't know. They all look the same. So.
Not only that, but basically there's people voting. I swear to God, you put a name. I forget what the name is, but it was in I think in Michigan, and it was a dead guy who's been dead for like 10 years, and it's like ballot pulled up, it was accounted for.
Yeah, there was like thousands of them they found that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? Jamie just posted something that Burger King updated their profile picture to say Burger Queen. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
So you know what a good flex
God
would be
damn
if
it.
Dairy Queen did
Sorry.
change their logo to Dairy King.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
dude.
That sounds pretty misogynistic, there, guy.
Boy.
That's why they should do it.
They'll change
do
it to
they
fucking.
You wouldn't want to be a misogynist now, would you, Goy?
Now, do they mean queen as in females?
Want
or do they
to, I
mean
am.
as in drag?
Burger Troon, that's going to be their next logo.
Yeah, you-
Burger Tran.
Burger G.
Dude,
They're just
I
gonna
love
call
like
it burger.
Burger Vagine.
Burger Vagine.
Fur
What's
burger.
up
It's going to be fur burger.
Burger Hole. Then they got all the bases covered.
Oh, I think I'd go there.
Burger hole.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
That
you
sounds
wanna
like
go
a
to the
fucking
burger
fictional
hole?
burger place. You guys want to go to the
Unironically, though,
burger hole?
yeah, that's actually, I would go there too. I mean, if it wasn't like a, current year thing, if there was just
Yeah.
a place called Burger Hole, I would frequent that
Yeah.
Unironically, I would too.
Yeah,
Funny
that-
fucking name, yeah.
Like they call it, it'd be Burger Front Hole. Burger Front Hole. That's what they call it. They call it their front hole.
No, we're just going with
That's
burger
my
hole.
front hole.
Try our new Bio Whopper.
Hey, then we got the Guess the Meat Burger.
They'll be soon. They'll be using that new Israeli printed human meat to make all their burgers.
No, sir, you can't order from that menu. The white cis menu is right over there. It's just like 2 items, just plain burger and
bugs. Eat the bugs.
nuggets.
It's the cricket burger and the larva fries.
Yeah, bug burger and the soy burger and the.
Well, I mean, they're already saying that the vaccine, like blacks can opt out of it. It's only for us white people. So separate burger menus, honestly, is a stretch.
That's that. Okay,
it's like that segue,
dude. That is fucking one of the most telling things I've seen. Fucking that they're.
I couldn't believe that they just came out and said that.
Wait, who said that?
Multiple websites just like came out and wrote articles about that. Like,
okay,
well, there's a college or.
So are you telling me California is more based right now because they're saying all the minorities should get the vaccine first in California?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to say that I'm gonna do my part and check my white privilege, and I am gonna let all people of color take the vaccine first before.
Well, it's the only thing we can do. I mean, we have to give them the reparations. Their health matters.
You're a good man, Jacob.
Stunning and brave.
Gonna let them all take it first.
I'm gonna follow Jacob's lead.
I only wish I had the strength.
I will not. As long as there's a person of color that has not received the vaccine, I will not take it.
And I think just to be fair, just to really give them the kind of reparations that they deserve, is they should get it, and then we should wait at least 10 years before we get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just just to let them get back and get their pace back and get the head start that they need that white people stole from them so long ago. I think it's only fair.
I agree.
Wakanda in Atlanta.
What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? David Harris, he tweeted out, "For those who hate immigrants, for those who hate Muslims, for those who hate Jews, for those who hate Israelis."
So he's talking to us.
That's me. Yeah, that's all of us, I think.
He's speaking directly to us, guys.
Yeah.
He finishes.
Ticks all the boxes.
Let me fucking finish. Don't plan on taking any of the new COVID vaccines.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. There you go. It's settled.
All right. Thank you.
Settled.
I've got.
Well, did you guys?
I've got.
Did you guys hear about Cornell?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said.
I don't think black people can opt out. People of color can opt out, but the white people have to take the vaccine.
Right. Well, that's just for the flu vaccine at the moment. But
how does that even make any sense?
Well, because they want everybody to take the flu vaccine. So okay, this isn't what I believe. I'm just explaining it just to make this clear. They want everybody to take the flu vaccine, so they're not attacks on the medical resources because of COVID. So take the flu vaccine because we can't be treating the flu and COVID at the same time unless you're BIPOC and are afraid of doctors, because that's what we taught you to be in our classes.
Hey, wait a second.
Well, it turns out that ever since the coof came around, that
there's no flu
we magically seem to have cured the flu. So there's really no need for a flu shot.
Yeah.
Corona is so deadly it killed the flu.
I think there was one more crucial line to the end of that tweet that he was just reading.
Yeah, thank you. He said, "I've got bad news for you. Don't plan on taking any of the new COVID vaccines." What does he mean by saying, "I've got bad news for you"?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the bad news.
Does the vaccine negatively affect people with hate in their hearts?
Yes.
Or is it a vaccine for hate?
I think that I think his point was that, like, that's who made it. You know, like, all these brilliant you know, people that you hate are the ones who made the vaccine, so you can't have any.
Here's the thing.
I feel like that was some really gay like attempt at reverse psychology, you know?
Okay.
Wait, here's the thing.
I could be wrong, but that's what I got from
So
it.
the vaccine was made by Jewish Muslim Israelis.
Yeah, but
Yes, gay ones.
if it was shown that
I mean, that's
those
kind of
are the
redundant,
people,
isn't it?
if those were the people who made the vaccine, well then I wouldn't want it because I wouldn't trust the fucking vaccine.
Bro, I wouldn't even eat a burger that's made by people like that.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Right? It's like
Yeah.
you don't
I
get it. It's
panic
like
every time I see a
good.
black person behind the counter at McDonald's.
I walk
My
out.
heart sinks.
I turn around.
My throat. Yeah, I walk out.
I go to the store and I buy some ground beef
food
instead.
made by a baseball American in this establishment.
I think baseball
Good
Americans
day.
are Dominican, actually. So
You know what I fucking mean, asshole. You know what I mean.
Bro, the joke was right there. I had to reach out and grab it.
Oh, okay.
Abracadabra.
Uncle Johnny's got alcohol in his breath and N-words on the brain.
Hey, did you guys see the reason why the court rejected Mike Kelly's suit?
I haven't looked at it yet.
So the reason they cited was that the law change regarding mail-in ballots was too long ago. Did you guys see how long ago it was? It was in October of 2019.
Right.
How is it in October of 2019 they knew that they were going to need to do all these mail-in ballots?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
almost
another
like
big
they
thing
planned for a
because, like,
while.
that's another big thing that I was like, what the fuck? Because Pennsylvania changed their laws in 2019 to allow, and a few other states did too, to allow all mail-in ballots. And you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, Arizona did that same thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were planning on doing this well before COVID.
Or they knew about COVID and they were planning.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Nah, I think it's the latter. They knew.
Well, a lot of points back to China.
Yeah.
China and Biden.
China.
I want to be ninja.
That's Japan.
I don't get. They're all the fucking same.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Chinese, Japanese. What's the fucking difference?
Well,
Whoa.
one of them are like disgusting dog people, and the other ones
shut
make
up.
delicious food.
Yeah. You know what I hear? I hear dog eaters and World War losers. That's what I fucking hear when I hear those two words.
Hey, I gotta run, guys. I'll be back in probably an hour or two.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. See ya.
Okay.
Later.
He's got to go masturbate.
No, I have
Talk about China.
I've got
It
a
was the
school
burger
thing.
hole that did it, wasn't it?
I got a school.
I brought up
Good.
Japanese, and he
Good
was
luck,
like, "Ooh."
Steve.
He needs
Later.
to go hit up his
You
wife.
see-
Well, at least he knows better than to pull a tube,
Still
and unlike some people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Not
Johnny
gonna
Tube.
mention Johnny's name or anything, but
Don't want to put him on blast.
It was hot in the truck. It was hot in here. It was hot, and the AC wasn't working. It's not my fault.
it's getting hot in here.
Please keep
So
it closed.
take off all your clothes.
Hey, Walrus, you got some competition right there.
What's up?
You got some competition with that. I'm pretty sure Johnny looks like a walrus when he takes his clothes off.
He probably looks more like one than I do, actually.
for the
to
I
tell
got
you
an
the truth.
elephant trunk. I got an elephant's trunk.
But I got
Everything
that,
but the dick is exactly the same. Yes.
right. I got the meter.
That's what you hear when I pull my pants down.
I got the meter long Peter there. So.
Meter, Peter.
That sound that Johnny made was actually his pants ripping as he tries to take them off.
Doesn't make any sense. How do they rip when you're taking them off?
We don't know.
Man.
We
It
don't
doesn't have
know.
to make sense.
It's yet to be fucking.
Really good question, Johnny. How did you manage to do that?
This is an answer that is still
I
a
don't
mystery to us.
Well, it was hot in there,
Dude,
and he had a hard time getting them off. They were
ripped-
pretty wet.
I've ripped more pants with this fucking job than I have in anything else in my fucking life. It's ridiculous. And it's the constant getting in and out of my fucking truck that does it.
You're setting yourself up, buddy. You're setting yourself up. Come on.
I don't give a shit.
I don't think I've
give
ever
a
ripped.
shit.
By job, he means
I'm not a
ass.
big dude though, so I mean, you know.
What? How does that make any? I'm talking about my job as a truck driver. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now.
Rip
Don't
more
have fast
pants.
food, dude. It
I've ripped.
depreciates
Yeah,
all the fast food farts.
and they
you know,
always
rip
rip
apart
right
your
at the crotch.
jeans.
Just blasting holes.
The terminal wind. Terminal wind.
Like you sit in the fucking seat and
It's
it's
like a
like
fucking sandblaster.
it's got to go out. It's got to go out somewhere, right? Like you fucking let one rip.
Sandblaster.
Sit back in your seat. It's gonna go forward and blow at your fucking crotch every time. Lay off the fucking
It's like
burritos.
every time we talk to you, you're eating fast food. That's not healthy for the sphincter.
Oh, you just had McDonald's.
No, it is not.
Oh,
Or the
it's not.
colon. Any part of you, really.
Dude, I need my shit. Dude, I've got like
It's also
fucking
about as
horrible
bad for your
hemorrhoids right
brain
now. I
and
need
your,
my
like,
shit to be as soft as
dopamine.
possible.
As porn.
Man, I am a slave. I am a wage. What is it? What's it called? A wage.
Cuck.
A wage cuck? Is that what it's called? Yeah, a wage cuck. You know, like I'm working, doing the same shit every single day. I need just something to make me happy. I need food. I need some fucking.
Bro, no, you
some
misunderstand.
beat-
The struggle
some
is what
beat
should be.
material.
The struggle is what you derive your fulfillment from.
I do.
You
Dude, I
have
don't
to,
want to have this
you have
fucking
to, you have to
conversation
give
right now.
everything and expect nothing in return, and only then will you feel any sort of like lasting satisfaction.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Read The
well, maybe
Burning
next
Souls
year-
by Leon
maybe
DeGrelle.
next year
You'll
it'll change.
understand.
Hey, yeah, there's a fucking cat. Life is
I get my
struggle.
satisfaction every fucking Friday.
Yeah, I'll
Here's
show
my
for
bank account. That's where I get my satisfaction.
Animal Hill Publishing every chance I can. They're great.
All right, we can't all talk at one, but here's a kind of a white pill. The
Shouldn't. But
Joint
we can.
Congressional Committee on inaugural
We
ceremonies.
can't do what at once? I'm sorry, what?
Just let him finish.
The Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies voted against a resolution that would have affirmed the committee was praying for the inauguration of Joe Biden. So, that's cool.
What does that mean?
All right.
That means that the Congress is like,
Essentially saying, screw you, Biden.
yeah,
Yep.
they're like, we're not recognizing Biden as the winner.
Fuck yeah.
And you know what I bet you is going to happen? Even when Trump pulls it off, they're still going to have like a digital Biden inauguration. Because he was talking about that before, like I saw it. Like
Yeah,
apparently Biden
Pelosi was talking
digital.
about that shit too.
They'll have a virtual inauguration.
Yeah,
Pelosi was talking about that before the election too.
right. I mean, it makes, activates the almonds there. Like, are they just going to say, oh, Biden won, even though Trump ends up winning? And
How
the
will
people
you
think-
be inaugurated? Digitally.
Here's the thing. Trump's gonna stay in the White House.
They want to convince people of
Johnny.
Yeah.
Trump's gonna stay in the White House. He's gonna win his constitutional battle, and the left is just gonna carry on and do their fucking own crazy fucking alternate reality shit.
Yep. And that's basically that's where the Civil War comes into play. And that's actually a real Civil War because what they called
Yeah,
the
they have their
Civil
own government
War
then.
that I call the War of Northern Aggression was not a real Civil War. because
Yeah.
a real civil war is when two forces are fighting for control of the same territory.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put my massive amount of clat on the line and say that none of that's gonna happen, and Biden will be the president. Just to play spoil sport. Black
pill.
It's a hot take there, bro.
Oh, fuck you.
I don't see that happening.
So you're gonna face the wall when we ask you to.
I'll be honest. I have a hard time picturing any of these
general direction.
happening. You know, like everything's so ridiculous now that I'm having a hard time picturing anything. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, it's hard to imagine either possibility.
I agree.
Place.
I do agree with that. Yeah, everything kind of doesn't seem real. At the moment, politically.
No, I've already stated this.
It's because it's all fake and gay.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. First,
a week or two ago, but I just wanted, just in case my executioner is fucking listening, when you line me up in the fucking mass grave and shoot me in the back of the head, please can you try to aim my corpse at a woman's corpse with great big boobs. Hopefully I'll land face first and I can be buried like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Bury me in milkers.
I'm gonna be executed by the commies anyways. It might as well fucking end like that.
Oh no, not the commies, dude. The commies aren't gonna win. No way.
Then who's going to be killing us? Then what's going to happen? Who's going to be executed?
Nobody.
The aliens?
Maybe the aliens.
Okay, there you go. Exactly.
The Israeli space aliens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, if
they're gonna come in and rub their tentacles together and give us their space shuttles.
No way.
They're gonna cheat us out of all of our space shuttles.
Is this another time that The Simpsons was foretelling the future with their Halloween episode where the aliens win the election?
Oh, right. Yeah, once the inauguration happens, Trump pulls his mask off, Biden pulls his mask off, and they're both aliens.
Yeah. Don't blame me. I voted for the other guy.
Yeah. And Joe Jorgensen, the libertarian's like, I told you to vote for me.
Why wouldn't you vote for me?
It's because your politics suck.
And your vice president.
And then everybody turns to him and goes, we knew they were fucking aliens that were going to enslave us. We just fucking hate you, dude.
I had a friend who was like, he's like a libertarian, and he was, supportive of Joe Jorgensen. And then she tweeted out a Black Lives Matter post, and he spurred the fuck out. It was hilarious. It was actually what got me to be able to talk about politics, and reveal my power level with him.
Just don't blame me. I voted for Cthulhu.
Power level.
You should have known better with Johnson. Gary Johnson wanted open borders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a libertarian there for a second during Obama reign, but
the very term "open borders" is retarded.
What's
the point of a border if it's open?
Yeah, it's not
Here's
a border.
my disgust response.
I don't remember hearing Ron Paul talk about any of that fucking queer shit.
Never. Ron Paul was straight. He was always good.
I think we need to build a wall with Canada and keep the fucking leaves out.
You know what? I agree. I totally agree there.
Yeah, but see, the problem is you're never going to see a Republican or anybody else besides a libertarian saying, "Hey, we need to get rid of the NFA. Everyone should be able to own a machine gun with no you shouldn't even have to fill out any paperwork when you're buying a gun. There should be none of this, none of that, and Second Amendment is absolute. First Amendment's absolute. All that. Get rid of all the bullets. No, they're going to be like, well, I mean, there should be some gun control, and it's just like with Trump. He wanted to ban suppressors. He actually successfully banned bump stocks, even though bump stocks are fucking retarded.
But he might have also been going.
Yeah, open borders are bad, but when everybody has a fucking gun, it's not going to matter.
Yes,
if a white American family can all have fucking machine guns in their house.
Bro, so what are you just gonna machine gun down all the people who come in?
I mean, sounds like fun.
Yeah, that sounds fucking based. Mexicans start coming in and starting shit in the streets. Well, now you have a bunch of guys coming out of their trucks with machine guns.
We'll build that wall out of lead, motherfuckers.
Are starting shit like they always do. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
They're gonna learn that they need to fucking behave when they're here. They can come here all they want, but yeah, they're gonna learn to fucking behave themselves, and they're gonna be put up against a wall and shot.
They won't. First off, they won't be put up against the wall and shot because it's not happening now, and they're fucking raping and murdering, and you have a lot of guns. The reason is that the fucking legal gun owners are people who want peace and fucking quiet, and they want to obey the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have guns mostly for defense, not offense. That's the whole point of us having guns usually.
Oh, we need somebody who lets us use our guns for offense.
Well,
right?
yes,
There should be a clause in the Second Amendment that says, yes, go on the offensive.
Self-offense.
Strict permission to go on the offensive whenever you want to.
We need self-offense laws.
Uh-oh, Jamie, what are you trying to say there, bud? You gonna go full leftist on us?
Yeah, clearly.
Well, I think that there should be fucking gun laws.
You have a problem
I know
with
you
guns,
Americans are crazy,
Jamie?
but I know you Americans are fucking crazy about your guns. I think there should be gun laws, and the main fucking law should be every citizen should have to have a fucking military equivalent fucking rifle. It should be of a certain standard, and you should be forced to fucking upkeep it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm not against guns, bro. I'm just against like having open borders where we flood people in and then shoot them.
Well, you can't shoot them when they're over there.
Where else are you gonna get your targets?
Your gun isn't gonna have the range to shoot them when they're
targets are
fucking.
starting to get expensive.
You can't shoot somebody stand on the fucking coast and shoot somebody in Venezuela. Your fucking bullets not gonna reach there. They have to come closer.
Well, you see, I'm the Second Amendment.
And shoot and see targets are getting expensive.
I believe we should have
steel plate targets are expensive.
Bro.
Watermelons are expensive. We're gonna need more reactive.
Watermelons are not
Let them come over
expensive.
here and we can shoot
No,
them.
stop that. Melons are cheap, bro. Come on.
They'd be a lot cheaper
it's
if we
wasteful.
got rid of
I
the
agree.
particular
Them watermelons
demographic.
is cheap as hell.
Yeah. Well, it'd be a lot cheaper
Actually,
if we got rid of a particular
demographic. Shoot all
demographic.
the
I was about to
watermelons.
say.
Shoot the watermelons.
All those DMV
just shoot them.
employees eating the
Just shoot
watermelon.
the watermelons. Shoot them.
As those demographics
just shoot the
change, the price of
watermelons, shoot 'em.
watermelon and fried chicken is skyrocketing.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Fucking.
It's a mystery,
I
but
know how to fry chicken.
Purchase grape soda
Heroes.
futures if you want to be really rich.
they drank. I'm investing.
airtight
I'm
containers.
investing all my money in the Colt 45 brewery.
Bro, I'm getting into the 11 herbs and spices game.
Menthol cigarettes, Newports.
Going all in on Newports and Old English.
Hell
Well, I'm
yeah.
gonna be white pilling. I'm gonna invest in rope.
Tennessee.
Smart band. That's looking part of the future. That's good thoughts. Very.
I'm going to be
smart
investing in 2x4s. If you can catch my drift with what I'm saying. 2x4s and lighter fluid.
And sheets.
And sheets.
And sheets.
Yeah.
in sheets.
Dude, I'd totally buy Dude, I don't like the KKK because they are kind of just fucking, like, they're kind of like, okay, they're messages based, but it's still kind of gay. Like, you know, nobody cares about them anymore. Yeah. But you gotta admit, the idea of dressing, the idea of pretending to be a KKK fucker and then putting a burning cross in somebody's yard and laughing at them as they're at their window crying, horrified, and laughing at them. That sounds pretty fucking funny.
I don't think that they did that in people's yards. I think that was like some esoteric ritual that they did out in fields. I don't think they burned crosses in anyone's yard. I could be wrong, but I'm no expert on the Klan.
I've heard
because I don't find feds that interesting.
But there's no actual evidence of it.
The logistics of.
Well, I just like their uniforms. I think their uniforms are funny.
The hoods are cool. Like the pointy hat. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Aesthetically, I think it looks cool.
I think the SS uniform.
I joined the KKK for the aesthetics.
I'm just here to vibe, guys. And we get to play Halloween all year round.
I just like those sheets.
What do you mean we're cake? We're ghosts. What are you talking about racism for? We're ghosts.
We just like Halloween a lot.
Racism?
That's racist to tell me that. Did you just assume my ethnicity?
Man, I'm fucking black. He lifts up his hood and it's a black dude. KKK.
Speaking
I'm sure
of
they let
assuming
fucking black people in now. They sound like the fucking type of people would be like, yes, we'll cuck for
assuming
black
ethnicity,
people.
I think this was kind of supposed to
What
be
are
a
you
secret.
saying?
Right. I think from the E-drama desk, I think this was kind of supposed to be a secret, but
sweet.
Ian Miles Chong just tweeted out that Lauren Southern's husband isn't even white.
Yeah.
And people shouldn't be calling her a white nationalist because of it.
The funniest part of that is that he calls her his friend. Do you think that anybody considers Chungus a friend?
I don't need a friend. I need a fuck toy. What do you mean, friend?
I am. Am I wrong there? Like,
Go
that was
talk
like a
about
secret,
your emotions to your fellow bitches.
Bruh. What are you saying, Murray?
What?
I said.
A little drunk tonight.
Am I wrong there? Because I didn't know that until he just tweeted that out. I thought that was supposed to be. Was she trying to keep that a secret? Because I know she got married, but she didn't like show her husband's face or something.
I think so, honestly. I don't know that much about her, to be honest, but I think so. Yes, like because I'd seen people like speculate or meme about that, and then people who supported her would like shut it down and kind of shit on them. So as far as I know, yeah, that's the first I've heard about it.
Goyim, no, shut it down. All right, we're either all talking. Jesus Christ. We're either all talking at once or nobody talks at all.
It's the spirit we got, dude. We all just have to say something at once, and then no one says anything at all. Well, I have something interesting. Apparently, in Georgia, 20-month-old baby got stabbed. Where is it? I just had it. Friggin' Twitter.
Oh god.
Yeah, Twitter's
so I'm wondering if it's a toll paid or what's going on there.
Probably toll paid.
Yeah, like a baby got stabbed, died, and the 20-year-old woman, she's critical. So I'm wondering if it's toll paid or what.
I'd put money on it.
Yeah, that's about the news I got right now.
What the fuck is this? According to Ratcliffe, the director of national intelligence, China is making super soldiers, genetically engineered super soldiers, and it's national security threat #1. Oh, wow. If this year couldn't get any fucking weirder, we got fucking...
Well, you know what they're doing, right? They're giving their soldiers 2 bowls of rice a day.
They're trying to steal Captain America from us, goddammit.
Yeah.
We stole that from Germany fair and square.
You know what needs to happen? India and China just need to go at it.
I'd watch that.
He also said that every U.S.
that.
household loses up to $6,000 a year from China's economic espionage.
Is that where all my money's going? Fuck, man. I knew it.
What? Those fuckers are taking 6,000 of my dollars? Those are precious dollars. Each one of them means something to me.
All right, Johnny.
I am gonna fucking...
I hope you're not driving, Johnny.
He's driving right now.
I'm shut down
He's
for
running kids
the
off
night.
the road.
Thank God.
As a matter of fact, I'm going about 70 miles an hour down the I-70.
Well, that was that truck passing me. Flipping me off and honking.
I'm going 70 miles in reverse.
Yeah.
Where's everybody going the wrong way?
Apparently, he also said that China is
Going
using...
down the road.
God damn it.
Just continue.
Well, you gotta shut up. All right. So, What was I? Oh. He also said that China is using blackmail, bribery, and covert influence to target members of Congress and make sure only laws that are favorable to China are passed. So yeah.
When you said that, I thought you were going to say they're using black males. Like
Black males.
Oh, China use Negro. China Negro Army #1.
They're implanting Chinese brains in black men to make a super soldier.
The ultimate weapon.
Hey, did it? Is the Senate like doing something with Biden, Hunter Biden?
Huh?
Wait, hold on, real quick.
Yeah, I know. I was looking for it. The Senate. That's what I was looking for, and I keep finding other shit, but not that, which is kind of weird.
You know what they called the Chinese brain in the black body?
What?
A Yao Kang.
Yao Kang. But yeah, there was like big stuff about the.
Hey Johnny, the chat wants you to honk your horn for a lemon.
I can't do that right now. It's everyone. Fuck it.
Yay!
You guys hear it?
No, he's gonna have to drive because they're gonna be like, "You have to get out of here for honking your horn."
Don't do it again, yeah.
Just
we
say
don't
you
want
passed
you to
out.
That's what I'm worried about. And I'm a little drunk right now, so I can't drive.
A little.
Actually, that'll be my excuse. Sorry, officer. I have too much to drink.
I'm trying to find this shit.
Oh yeah, okay. Hunter Biden. The Senate report on Hunter Biden just dropped. The Deming report doesn't raise conflicts of interest concerns. They raise criminal, financial, counterintelligence, and extortion concerns.
Yeah, I saw that, and there wasn't like an article with it, was there?
No, that wasn't an article.
Well, yeah,
No.
it's like China's doing the Epstein thing too. They bring over elites over there and get them to, blackmail them.
So Hunter's really into Asian lollies.
Probably.
And feet.
And his niece.
I bet you
jeez.
fucking.
Yeah, that's right.
Bet you Hunter is a frog.
Oh. No, he'd probably have more of an anime avatar.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. If he's into Asian lollies.
Yeah, anime heavy. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah,
FBI's top child porn investigator has. Oh, that's old. Why are they posting all this old shit? It's like they're trying to drown out the Senate report by posting old shit.
That sounds like the worst job at the FBI. Like, what do you tell people? I go, yeah, I look at kitty porn all day.
Right, and he probably,
Yeah,
whoever
like those guys
targeted
usually
that
have a
probably
high rate of suicide too. Those guys usually always fucking killed themselves because of
Yeah,
the
this is
right. I mean, that must be
interesting.
horrible. That,
This
like,
is pretty interesting. This is from True Pundit, an exclusive from True Pundit. FBI Director Ray profited from Hunter Biden's illegal Chinese-Russia kickback. There's more because it was, and supposedly William Barr.
Oh, Barr?
Yep. And I'm not gonna listen to his fucking podcast right now. So.
bagpiping Bill Barr.
It's just him playing bagpipes for an hour.
Right.
I heard a theory that Trump's keeping all these pieces of shit in charge so that we lose our faith in these systems. Like Barr, we lost faith in the DOJ.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been saying that too. Is the whole point is to make us lose faith in everything.
Yeah, and then we could restructure it.
So he's only pretending to be impotent
You guys
and
gotta
corrupt.
see this.
Oh no! These people are corrupt. The point is that Trump's keeping them in there so we see how corrupt they are.
Right, I know, but
Yeah.
if you hire like corrupt people, that kind of doesn't reflect well on you. So the argument is literally he's pretending to be corrupt and impotent.
Right.
There we go.
I don't want to put these series too hard, but
Senate report detailed Hunter Biden's shady history with Chinese companies, at least one that poses national security concerns. If Trump's sons had done anything like this, it would be wall-to-wall coverage. This was buried by the press. But this is from the report. The first letter written regarding potential conflicts of interest was sent by Chairman Grassley, August 14th, 2019, relating Hennige's transaction. That was an Obama-era committee on foreign investment in the United States. Approved transaction which gave control over Hennige's, an American maker of anti-vibration technologies with military applications, to a Chinese government-owned aviation company. Blah, blah, blah. One of the companies was a private investment fund called Bohai Harvest RST, I think. It was formed in November 2013 by a merger between the Chinese government-linked firm Bohai Capital and U.S. company named Rosemont Seneca Partners. You know who that was? Biden and Hines. Direct involvement of Hunter Biden and Hines in the acquisition of Hennige's by the Chinese government creates potential conflict of interest. Well, that's not very exciting. This guy had some more shit about it, though, I think.
Oh, Walrus, you already saw that video. Okay, never mind.
Which
The
one?
black woman with the missing teeth.
Just that shit's hilarious.
They had the purple fucking lipstick.
Purple rain.
Yeah, you already put the. Yeah, you already
Oh,
put the
you mean that beautiful
she
queen.
on there.
Looks just like her. What is it with black women and that big missing tooth in the front? Like, seems to be very common.
I don't fucking
I think
know.
that's
They,
something to
it's 'cause
do
they
with
got fucking
black
punched in the
men.
mouth too many times.
That's. I can see that.
Yeah.
Or
can
they're too
definitely
poor
see
to
that.
afford a dentist.
Animals asking any thoughts on the way they make crippled folks sign contracts to receive treatment. Not sure what you're referring to there, Animal.
I think we all have to sign a contract to receive kind of treatments, like medical contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Because even like when you,
Yeah, they have like malpractice waivers and shit.
yeah, like when you transport someone via ambulance, you make them sign something too if they can.
Yeah.
It's pretty much saying, you know, your ass belongs to us. We're gonna charge you an arm and a leg.
The fuck is this? We want pork butts and taters. This is a new fucking Twitter page. Everybody listening, go on Twitter. All right? And look, and
Tell
you
me what
need to
to do.
follow a little account called "We Want Pork Butts and Taters," and it appears they repeatedly post a clip from the fantastic '90s cartoon show Cow and Chicken, which is near and dear to my heart.
I love that show. So weird though.
Big brother.
Oh, hey. All right, hold real quick. I just want to interject. So apparently that new like autonomous zone in Portland, they're actually calling it the pause.
The pause.
No.
Shit, you not
Oh,
the Portland
shit.
occupied zone. I'm gonna throw it in the GC real
Oh
quick.
my god,
That's
that
Just
is
so you guys know I'm not
crazy.
lying.
Right.
Meme
technically-
magic is real, folks.
Bro, the
Wow.
simulation is legit breaking down.
This is just
all right,
too much.
Technically, they created their own country, right? Doing that, like they're their own zone now. So can't we invade as citizens and just retake it?
I
Yeah.
mean, what are they going to do about it?
I
Technically,
mean, does that get into
we
the
just technically that 1939.
Holy shit.
Well,
Somebody,
technically,
there's
the
one
Second
of the
Amendment
signs
allows
on
us
the.
to fight tyranny.
All right.
I don't know.
Walk through pause. Here, let me. Pop
There's a
this on
sign
screen.
outside that says "Cops are pee pee poo poo."
Really?
I'm not fucking joking. Yeah, that
No.
video that I posted.
I'm about to play it. I'm about to play it, but I haven't looked at any of it yet.
No,
so,
I've
It's
like,
actually
seen
kind
a
of
cop with
base.
pee pee poo poo.
Penis.
I can't even believe it's real, but like it's it's right there.
And did they try that shit up in Seattle?
Cops
like,
have small
Billy?
penis.
Right. So is this like a 4chan?
Yeah, it
control
lasted for like a
going
month,
on?
didn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
this has to be like a
Yeah.
fucking 4chan troll. Like, what the fuck? Cops are peep. Oh my god! Here, let's. I'm gonna. This is
Oh,
fucking
at it
real.
again. Yeah, making a pause. Okay, come on. This has to be a troll. This is some shit I do. I'd be like, hey, hey, hey.
I mean, there's another one that says fascism is capitalism in decay, and that's one of their favorite things to say. So,
I want to post this on fucking 4chan and just be like, which one of you did this?
Hey, guys.
Cops are pee pee poo poo. Oh, I think Antifa's been stalking our accounts too long.
Oh, okay, you know what? You gotta say that one's pretty good though.
that's hilarious. Hate Joggers is saying that it's in a residential area.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a residential. I think I know the area actually.
Dude, I
haven't
think
been
I
to
know
Portland
that
in a long time, but what the fuck?
Pause.
Colonizers, fuck off. This isn't. Oh my god.
Stop the sweeps.
Hey, let's go colonize the shit out of them.
But it's funny because, like, what do you guys think you're doing?
Right? Shit, where is this? I want to go there and just fuck their shit up. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah.
Absolutely
fantastic.
amazing.
Look at it. That's the worst border wall I've ever seen.
And
Tijuana has a better border wall.
it was like, y'all didn't expect this shit? And I had to say, I didn't expect it to be called pause and have a pee pee poo poo sound. Fucking get the fuck out. That's pause. Wow.
See, kids, this is what happens when you legalize drugs.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's gonna be so many ODs in that occupied zone in the pause.
Yeah,
Watch
how,
an AIDS outbreak happens.
how are
What
medics?
the fuck? I
looking at-
love drug legalization now.
You know what this is? It's probably a bunch of people that are about to lose their place because of the lockdowns.
Yeah. I mean, there was a sign that said "Stop all evictions," so I would assume that that's definitely a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, their brain doesn't connect why we're in a lockdown. They're like, oh, it must be the virus. And why are we being evicted? It's like, well, you got to make money to make rent. And if you go along with the lockdowns, well, you're not going to be making money.
I'm going to call it pause. Apparently, they like to call it RAZ, R-H-A-Z, but I'm calling it pause because fuck that.
Yeah, it's officially paused.
Oh
It's
no,
pause.
it's the pause now.
It's the pause.
It is the pause.
What does RAS stand for?
That was that one guy.
Something autonomous zone.
Raspberry. Because I'm gonna give you a raspberry. Because when you go in there, they pull your shirt up and give you raspberries. They're fucking weirdos.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm sold.
Please
Look
live
at the
stream
Raz,
it.
motherfucker.
Send us all links.
I'll make sure I get like some commie hottie. I'll be like, lower.
Hey, there's nothing easier than a commie hottie.
Right, then I'll get some disease and die.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need
There's
a
some
friend
more about
occupied
it.
zone.
Here's another
No, we
video
do.
about it. Hold on.
Let's see, friend occupied colony. So we're the fuck. It's so quiet.
Because I'm putting up this video.
Oh, for sure.
N-word.
Gollywog. Alright, let's see.
Nick.
Moon cricket.
Failed abortion.
Dude, I gotta have like every black person in Portland there.
In the pause?
In the pause.
So are they making Wakanda?
Oh, yeah. They'll have unobtainium in no
You should
time.
bomb the shit out of it.
That was a very lame video.
We should not. I don't think we need to. I think that'll sort itself out just fine.
We'll just drop guns on them. Let them have at it.
Just give him some drugs and let him do what thou will.
Give them the pause.
They got the pause. Yeah, we'll just drop drugs on them. Fully automatic weapons. It'll sort itself out. But seriously, that is the worst.
Then yeah, because then we'd have an excuse to send the ATF in there. They have a bunch of illegal automatic weapons.
Right, and then it takes care of itself. ATF gets their ass kicked. Pause gets their ass kicked. Win-win.
ATF gets their ass kicked. Yeah. Against a bunch of communists who don't eat meat. Yeah. I
Hey,
think the ATF
automatic
would finally
weapons
actually
are
have a worthy
equalizers.
opponent there.
Hey, those automatics are equalizers. They're just gonna be a shootout. Grrr.
Oh, so apparently the Raz is the
No,
Red
they're
House.
not. Automatic weapons
It
are
really
hard
is
to
the Red
shoot.
House autonomy zone. Because there's one house
That needs to be drone strike.
that apparently got foreclosed on in 2018, but they hadn't moved out.
Yeah, I got a link for you in the D Live chat. Tell me that this black dude at the front of it doesn't look like Bill Cosby.
Oh,
I like pudding pops.
What the
Well, we know what he's there for.
The pills.
Like such little women.
He does look like Bill Cosby.
Oh, it looks like Arkansas is joining the lawsuit.
Yep.
Wait, are you saying
said-
that's not Bill Cosby?
And
Wait,
Johnny,
did he
we
get
said
let
that
out?
like a while back.
I thought you said Texas and Louisiana. I didn't know you said Arkansas.
I listed
Come
off.
on.
Dude, I did it like
I don't know.
4
Maybe I need
times,
another
man.
beer. Maybe I need another beer to start focusing better.
Like
I need another
I literally,
That's how it works.
yeah, I literally went through it like multiple times.
Yeah, Johnny needs to drink himself sober now.
Ugh. Mute.
That
Mute.
slurp was really
Drink
something.
myself sober.
God. Mute when you drink, bro. It was so gross.
Sorry.
No, I'm telling you, Johnny's
I did that
Johnny's
on purpose.
gastric noises
I
are
did
our
that on
equivalent of
purpose
the
to
Rush
piss you
Limbaugh noise.
off.
On the morning of
It's our
September
crinkling of
9th,
the paper.
I did that to piss Jamie off. Oh, it's
Okay.
funny.
I gotta finish up my fatherly duties. I'll be back in a minute.
Work.
Oh, what a simp! He's got kids.
Yeah, imagine impregnating a woman to continue your race.
Man, he looks like fucking Bill Cosby. They're Afro-Indigenous because, we're in Africa. You didn't know that Oregon is in Africa?
I don't think they know what indigenous means.
No, clearly they don't.
All right, the question.
It happened in September.
You know what he stopped
Today
doing?
we
He stopped
maintain
paying
an
taxes
around-the-clock community presence with on-site camping, a fully functional kitchen offering 2 free hot meals a day, and free
Only 2?
programming centered in healing and abolition.
Hey, yo, indigenous. That means we po.
What do you mean, po?
You know what?
Messing up
fully
the
functional
with
kitchen. That's
indigenous.
impressive.
I bet you 100% they stopped paying taxes on there, because if they were paying taxes, they would have been able to homestead it. Well,
I would wager that they have never paid taxes.
They should just say that they're free
what we
men
do-
on the land.
What we do is we get like a crew to pay the taxes on there, and then we own it, and then we evict them.
I like the plan.
I mean, that's what you do. Like in California, they even have something like it's not an app per se, but if you go through some loops, you could start paying taxes on people's houses that are back taxed, and then you end up owning the property. I mean, it's pretty sleazy, but you could actually do that.
It sounds like tactics.
Sounds very lucrative, boy.
Black Brad Pitt is saying that they owned the house outright, but later took a second mortgage out that they failed to pay, causing for a foreclosure in 2018.
That's what I was looking at.
So then they don't own it outright.
Oh.
In 2018. Yeah, because they got fucking mortgages.
Yeah, they gave it to the bank. Like,
in February 2020, possession of the Kinney's home was awarded to Urban Housing Development.
Oh, I think we just dropped off on D Live.
Shit.
Oh, God.
I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
Yeah, piss break.
The Monisha Latifa.
February before the lockdowns, where it was final, they got the final decision to get the fuck out. In March, that was in February, and in March, there's the coup shit. See, yeah, they issued a statewide eviction moratorium, but on new ones, not on fucking
2-year-old ones.
Yeah.
I mean,
not on
this
ones
is
that were already fucking done, and you were supposed to be the fuck out by now. You know?
Right, they're just using all this shit to their advantage. They're like, oh yeah, Trump's in. Look at this. Let's make our autonomous zone. I mean, honestly, it's a pretty easy solution here. Just cut the power, cut the water, cut the internet.
Yeah.
And stop them from getting supplies in. There you go.
Or just fucking kill them.
Burn the house down. Let's burn it down.
Yeah, let's take a loan and not fucking pay it, and then fucking blame the Whitey.
Waco.
And then blame Whitey.
It's perfectly fine to kill patriots in Waco, but oh no, we can't. We would never burn a house down that's filled with leftists.
Right. We could Ruby Ridge someone because entrapment. Got him to saw off a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that guy won though. In the end, I mean, he lost his wife, and that's complete bullshit. But he won. He won in the end.
He lost his wife, his son, and his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
But it's
lost
like-
his entire family. His entire family.
Right. So it's like, what was the cost?
Yeah. All right. So here's so somebody was like on the Reddit thread. Like, some context here. The family owned the house outright, but later took a second mortgage out that they failed to pay, causing a foreclosure in 2018. The judge that ordered it, most known for whistleblowing to stop mandatory minimum abuse by prosecutors. I wouldn't call that abuse. I'm not even going to go there. Belief in treatment instead of punishment of people convicted of DUI. I don't know. Their claims of legal standing are tenuous to just outright fabrications. They are acting as their own lawyers. I'm not sure there are actual legal proceedings actually occurring, just them claiming that. Their petition to the Supreme Court is prepared by them, and I don't see anything online indicating this is an active case. They've posted online that the court received it, but that doesn't really mean anything. Finally, at least some of the group appears to be conspiracy theory touting sovereign citizens. One of the leaders.
Sovereign citizens now?
Yeah. One of the leaders,
like I said,
William
they should say they're free men on the land.
Yeah. One of the leaders, William Nietzsche, that's supposedly his name, has posted on his social media this week that Barack Obama was secretly arrested for espionage, that sovereign citizens are immune to coronavirus, and other QAnon-type content. So before everyone runs out to protest, understand what you're protesting for. William Kinney has a long history of run-ins with the law and destroying families. That's why he was carrying cocaine. Wait.
Oh, base.
Wait, but like drugs are decriminalized in Oregon now, so.
Yeah, William Kinney has a long history of run-ins with the law and destroying families. That's why he was carrying cocaine and driving in 2007, even though his license had been revoked as a teenager after crashing into another car. The impact killed a man and severely injured the man's wife. When the eviction first happened, a few people came out to report the animal abuse they had seen on the property. Months before this eviction happened, I had to listen to horrific stories from a relative that lived nearby about animal abuse that occurred at his house. Apparently, this man owned a bunch of dogs and would get drunk and beat the crap out of these animals late at night on a regular basis. And my family member had to try to sleep through the sounds of screaming dogs. The family claims to be Salish Moors, a Native American tribe which does not exist. The family claims this makes them sovereign or something. The family at one point offered fake tribal currency to pay off the debt. Someone affiliated with the family was arrested after disrupting court proceedings, including jumping on the judge's desk while wearing a big Native American headdress. Nietzsche is William Kinney Jr. He's the family member for whom the second mortgage was taken out for criminal defense. He was in high school when he borrowed a friend's car, drove crazy, and caused an accident. Okay, that was the cocaine one. He has filed so many bogus lawsuits related to this foreclosure in Oregon federal court that the court took the extreme step of entering a judicial restraining order preventing him from filing any further suits. The family could have remained in possession of the property while they appealed the decision, but that requires a bond equal to the monthly rental value, which they are unable or unwilling to pay.
In fake currency.
So they try to establish their own Federal Reserve.
Wait, so the joggers at the house were trying to... I wasn't paying attention.
Apparently, the only website about Salish Moors is a hip-hop native-themed clothing store for graphic tees with some busted Photoshop edits for site design, and then a link section to free ebooks from the 1800s about native people. Working at native organizations in the area, we run into people claiming this shit from time to time. It's fake.
So we was Native Americans and shit.
That is amazing.
Well, that's pretty fucking funny. I have to say. That is pretty hilarious.
Well, welcome to the liberal state.
Why aren't you laughing, Walrus?
Oh, Salish Moors. Let me see. I want to find this website here.
You were laughing there to the tune of Jingle Bells.
I'm literally not even. There's nothing. There's nothing. Let me see. I'll try a different search engine.
Thank you, cockhead, for telling me I can actually eat crayons and not die.
Well, Marines do that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Marines.
Oh yeah, apparently Antifa is oh yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, there. Brad posted it for you. Fucking seriously. Oh, I'm calling it pause, even if they call it Raz or whatever the fuck. Cause
Well, yeah, we officially called it pause. It's official.
yeah, it is official now. The pee pee poo poo side is fucking hilarious.
You know that was someone from Paul fucking.
Right. Yeah, it does definitely seems like a
You guys
poll
want to
troll.
see a? You guys want to see a funny?
Do we want to see a funny?
You guys want to see a funny Die Hard reference? Funny? Yeah. Do you want to see a funny somebody made? I sent it to the Twitter chat.
I like seeing a funny. Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah. It took a second there. In chat,
It
can't
took a
see
while
it.
for
They don't
me,
know
too.
what they're missing.
Put it in chat so I can.
Yeah, I did. Oh, the fucking Zoom chat.
Or here.
Give it to the people.
Let me see if I can put it in the Zoom chat.
So I can put it on the screen. Let me see.
Mm.
Oh, I saw that earlier. That's like. Alright, guys, we're not really exactly making good listening at the moment.
Circle jerking right now.
Johnny, why don't you go eat some more stuff and burp?
No, just keep
I don't
breathing
want
heavily.
any more stuff.
You eat more stuff and like it.
There was a really cute girl at the fucking cashier, and she already saw that I ate a tremendous amount of food. I don't want to go up and ask for more food.
But then you'll get to talk to her
Of a
again.
fat ass. Like, come
You
on,
just be
man.
like, hey, it's a dark winter coming.
We need to stay warm.
She'll definitely not fuck you then.
She pepper sprays me because she thinks I'm like.
Hey, live stream it.
You mean a cold winter? Oh, it was a fucking dumb bimbo. That's why she's working at McDonald's. Dumb bitch. That dumb fucking bitch working at a fucking McDonald's.
Graduated with top of
That
her
fucking
class
dumb cunt.
for women's studies.
Why are you working at a fucking McDonald's?
Because
Huh.
she top-
Yeah, that's why you're working at McDonald's. You fucking study women's studies. Dumb bitch.
Now go yell at her for it. Be like, this is why you're working at McDonald's.
Yeah, end up in the drunk tank in a state I don't even fucking live in.
As long as
That's
you
a great
live
idea,
stream
dude.
Hey, you'll be out tomorrow.
Just go ask her for her number.
Yeah, but I won't have a job. You'll be out tomorrow, but you won't have a job, Chris. That's fine.
Hey, it's worth it. We'll get some laughs.
She gives me your phone number.
But think of the lulls. You might even get a phone number.
Right? The lulls, bro.
Do it.
The lulls.
And take your phone with you so we can hear it.
That's such a crock of shit.
We're branching
That's
out. We're doing new types of content
shit.
here.
Hey,
I'm
like,
not gonna
hey,
fucking
you might
do it.
not
Okay,
know,
I'm
but
not
I'm very
actually gonna do
popular
it.
on the internet. So, very popular on the internet. So,
So am I. You know what I mean, dude? Fellow popular guy. You know what I mean? Popular on the internet. Am I right, guys?
hey,
Oh,
dude,
it sure is a struggle being
she'll drop her
being a
panties right there, bro.
big-time
It works
influencer.
Let's
every
take a
time.
poll.
Just tell
Let's
her,
take a
hey.
poll. Everybody who thinks that he should do that, press 1. Press 2 if you think he shouldn't.
Chat decide. This is a binding poll, by the way.
This is binding.
If chat decides it, then you literally
This
have to
is
do
a
it.
binding contract.
If I don't,
So many wands, thousands of wands.
Man, look at the ones coming in, guys.
wait,
So
is
many
one? What is
ones.
1 and what is 2?
1 is yes, you do it.
Is
2
1
is
yes or
no.
is 1 no?
1 is yes.
Yes, you're going.
I haven't seen a single
Ah.
2.
Yeah, no
You're gonna
twos.
get this chick.
Good thing I don't believe in democracy anymore for this one specific.
Well, this isn't a
This isn't
democracy.
a
Coincidental time.
democracy. This isn't a democracy. What are you talking about? This is a.
Why are you guys trying
Yeah,
to take
this
advantage of me because I'm
is
drunk?
this is a dictatorship, and Walrus is the host.
This
so,
is a dictatorship, and I'm letting the chat determine whether I'm a benevolent or malevolent dictator.
All right, Johnny.
I haven't
you're
seen a
gonna have
single
to go
2
in
yet.
and ask her for your number. You know what? Invite her on the chat. Be like, hey, when you get off, come.
All right, guys.
chat
All right,
with-
I'll do it. I'll go do it.
Be
Oh,
like,
get it out, get it out. Oh,
But-
marching on over. Oh, hi, McDonald's lady. Hi. Did you know you're a bitch and a cunt? And
Bro, I know you did not walk over there.
Don't
You're
say
not.
that to me.
You're not out of
check
breath.
your privilege.
Yeah, we
check
didn't
your
hear your
privilege.
pants rip, bro.
Oh,
We
God.
didn't
Oh,
hear your
here
pants
comes
rip. We know you're sitting in your pants. Bro.
Bro, yeah,
oh,
you're.
guys. Oh, my God.
There he goes. There he goes. Now he
Take me
gets
over
it.
to the trunk tank. Oh, God. Oh, guys. Oh, they're taking me away. Oh,
Find him.
no,
Find
they're
him.
taking me away.
You should walk up and be like, "Hey, baby, you want to be on a podcast?"
Yeah, be like, hey, we're the we're the best things.
As I'm, like,
Hey, yo,
half
girl,
drunk,
you ever
like,
heard
like,
of Fren
drunk and, like,
report?
drunk.
You know, it's just something I do on the
Hey.
side.
You ever been on a podcast?
And hey, just
Your
hey,
pussy
just
has
take,
never been drier.
hey, no, take a couple of shots before you do it. It helps.
I don't have any hard liquor. I only have beer.
Sup, girl? You ever heard of the Fren report?
I just drank 3 tall boys. You ever heard of the report? The Fren report.
Oh, Ace's smack.
Yeah.
Ace's
Fuck
smack
you.
said
Fuck
we need to
you.
force
You know
feed
what?
you baguettes.
I'm a fucking internet celebrity.
Ace's
Yeah.
smack thinks
I'm a
we need to
fucking
force feed you
internet celebrity. You're
baguettes.
Get it.
fucking nothing.
Not
it,
my
John, get
baguette
it.
though. Not my maybe
Fucking
pumpernickel
internet
baguettes.
Oh yeah, well then why are you a truck driver? Fuck you! I'm not a truck. I'm an internet celebrity.
You say you do the truck driving because you love it. You love being
You know how
a
much
truck driver.
money I make? You know how much money I make, you fucking bitch.
Bro, money doesn't matter. Go tell her how many
I make
followers
at
you
least
have.
another
Right.
$100 a week than you do.
Right?
I don't think he heard me.
I have 89 followers on
He's
Twitter.
ranking himself.
I don't even have 89 followers on Twitter.
Wait.
Fucking shit.
We have
Can you guys please
We have tens of
follow
people
Robert
watching us
Downey
right now.
Syndrome Jr. on Twitter?
we have
Yeah, I
literally
think
tens
that's
of people
33.
watching
I
us
don't
right
give
now.
a shit. It's probably more people.
Dozens.
Dozens. We
How
have
many?
Dozens of people watching. right
Dozens?
now.
Okay. Well, everybody watching, go follow me on Twitter. Diet MK Ultra has been suspended permanently. Rest in peace. So go follow at regular MK Ultra. Regular _ MK Ultra. AKA Robert Down Syndrome Jr.
Okay, I already followed you, bro.
I'm pretty sure everyone followed me already.
Yes.
I have the whole internet following me. All 10 of us.
Oh, second you.
No singing. Go ask for a number, bro. I don't want to hear any more singing until you've asked a lady for her number.
Right. I do the singing around here.
I did. What do you think that whole thing was? I just did.
I do the singing around here.
We didn't hear your pants rip. You're
half of this shit is an act. Like, god damn it. I'm LARPing. Do you say I'm LARPing?
You know you've gotten up.
Just accuse me of LARPing. Oh, you're the pants didn't rip. You're a LARPer. You're a LARPer. I might go in there and ask for. I'm like too fucking full. I'm like too tired and too drunk to walk over there.
Hey, call the number. Look it up online. Call that McDonald's number. Hey, baby, you served me earlier.
Oh, she's gonna think you're a fucking stalker.
I have no way. I have no way. I have no way of like recording my audio like for the show and making a phone call. Because if I make a phone call, which that I'd probably be more likely to do, because then that way there's still some plausible deniability if I go in tomorrow, or go in later to get a burger or something. But the only problem is is if I make a phone call right now, it automatically mutes my mic for Zoom, so you guys won't be able to hear what I'm saying or hear the phone call.
Well, that's gay. Why don't you have two phones, dude?
Oh yeah, how about this?
Yeah, I know that.
Three-way call.
I have a tablet, but it doesn't work on the internet.
No, you know what? Use Google Voice. Use Google Voice. There you go. You can still dial out.
Google I don't have that set up.
Yeah, and then they won't be able to track you.
This is now a pick on Johnny stream. Officially, a Johnny bully stream.
Damn it, Johnny! You're missing out. This is the love of your life.
Why is everyone bullying me?
Dude, it's the love of your
I don't want
life.
to be bullied anymore.
This destiny calling.
I'm gonna leave the fucking call.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
You guys aren't gonna actually bully me, are you?
No, of course
you guys
not.
aren't gonna actually bully me, are you?
We certainly haven't been doing that.
Okay.
No, never.
No, dude. What kind of guy? What kind of people do you think we are?
Right, we're just looking out for your best.
I don't know. A bunch of white supremacists, anti-Semite.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you know, flattery gets you everywhere.
My kind of people.
Hey, flattery will get you everywhere. Keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
See, like this guy in
Negro
chat
killing,
doesn't help
Jew
John
hating.
stream.
Just kidding. I got a headache. God damn it. Oh shit.
Drink some water, bro. Go inside and get some water, and then ask her for her number.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't cuck on this, bro. We're not gonna let it go.
I'm at a pilot. I could just go in and get some water.
Why not the McDonald's?
I'll just be like, yeah, dude. She took me in the back and sucked my fucking giant fucking 3-foot dick, dude. It was great.
I don't think anybody's gonna believe that.
Oh no,
yeah,
sorry,
I'm gonna
I
have to
didn't
press
record
X
it,
to doubt on that.
I didn't record it. You know, my phone just stopped working. Just Bermuda Triangle. Aliens came down and blocked my phone signal. I couldn't film it. You know.
See, I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that one.
Speaking of aliens, I threw another alien video in the chat, the group chat. If you scroll up a bit, I'm expecting that we're going to see a lot more
alien videos.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
It's Project Blue Beam.
Why don't I see it in the group chat?
How long ago did you send it?
It's up a little bit. It's right above my Burger Queen tweet. It was from fucking Keemstar of all people.
You know,
speaking, the fucking UFO had picked up over Canada.
Egypt. This one's over Egypt, but apparently there's been some in Japan and Ontario.
It looks like
ready to watch this guy.
Yeah, it looks like it's shitting out more shit. It
Yeah.
looks like
It's pooping.
It's pooping.
I don't like this shit, guys.
You know,
Statistically
speaking,
I don't
Johnny is the
fucking
one that
like
gets
that.
abducted.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said statistically.
I don't
speaking,
fucking
Not
like
you,
that.
Johnny. We heard you. You're loud as shit.
Oh, I
Yeah,
am.
that's all we heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like the fucking aliens are making a swastika or something.
Moon Nazis. They're coming
It
back.
kind of does.
Extremely based. I think what the fuck? I love aliens now.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell?
As long as they come here
Guys,
legally.
I'm scared.
As long as they come here legally.
So those
I'm really-
DMV employees could totally crash here now.
Guys, this legitimately scares me.
Bro, they're making a swastika because
This
they've been in
legitimately scares me.
they've been in contact with Israel, Israel this whole time, you know. And I mean, you know, anybody who's in contact with Israel.
The space Jews are coming. The space Jews. See, now you're gonna have to rethink your plan about nuking every country in the world, because now we have off-world fucking Jews coming, bud.
I thought they were off-world DMV employees.
Space ends.
We're here for the
In
peace.
space, no one can hear you say shit.
Hey, did we let them know they could crash on the moon? You know, they could go
Bro,
on
you
the
know,
moon, but they
the
could fuck
China
off
flag
their
on the
pool.
moon was totally fucking fake. It was totally fucking fake.
Yeah. What about our flag on the moon? Do you think that one was fake?
You know, probably yeah. It was probably fake.
Yeah.
I'm betting it was fucking fake.
Don't we have like a reflector up there that you could actually shine something on there and it'll return?
It's supposed to be, yeah. There's supposed to be like a reflector. But they
Okay,
should-
guys, I'm legitimately
Oh my
scared right now. Like, so are these? What do you guys think? Is this actual fucking aliens? What is this?
Well, they're just returning to the pyramids that they built.
Right?
Yes.
It's
No, god damn it!
it's the original
I have a
Wakandans.
fucking heart attack and like no one's fucking helping me.
I don't
Oh
think
my
that's
God,
an
I
alien.
That lady
fucking
McDonald
DM
was
from
a-
there.
Honest fucking answer.
It's the original Wakandans coming back in their flying
You
pyramids.
guys think it's just like drones? Do you think it's like a bunch of dickheads with like fucking like they're fucking what are those drones called with the cameras on them? The little shitty drones.
Drones?
Yeah, I think they're just called drones.
No, dude.
No, yeah,
it's
the phantom drones. The phantom drones. What are they called?
Johnny, it's
They're
the
like the really
pyramid
expensive
aliens.
ones you get that people
It's-
use for like weddings and shit.
It's the pyramid
God damn it,
aliens,
I'm
and they want
fucking
to probe
getting
your
annoyed
asshole.
now. No, I'm scared. I'm annoyed.
Johnny, he's trying to answer your question.
So
They
I'm
want
scared
your
of.
asshole, Johnny. They want it. They're gonna
Why
get
is there a
it too.
picture of some chick pulling her panties up in her crotch?
I don't know. I just got that fucking DM.
Fucking
Yeah,
weird,
what the
dude.
hell?
The fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Spalding? Why are you getting chicks showing their pussies into their camel toes, man? I'm totally not gonna save that image for later.
When he's alone.
I'm totally disgusted, and I am absolutely not going to hit the save button on my phone for that image.
Oh,
And I am
she's tubing
absolutely
as we
disgusted.
I think Florida just
Anyone
joined
Anyone would
the.
assume I
I
would
think-
later masturbate. to
God
that
damn it!
image.
I'm trying to say something important.
We're all ears.
Sometimes you gotta get rough with them. I think Florida just joined the Texas lawsuit too, so now it's 9 states.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
bastard.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Rudy.
Hey, and Rudy's feeling healthy, guys. So
Dude, what was that thing dripping on fucking Rudy's cheek? Was it? But it looked like fucking tar.
It was hair dye.
Hair dye.
Tobacco
Okay.
juice.
It was heroin.
Now, why the hell did he have to use hair dye? The dude's practically bald.
I know.
That's like some next level vanity.
You gotta protect what you got, man.
So some guys put on a toupee. Rudy puts on hair dye.
Right?
He just dyes.
Like
He dyes his bald head
He
black.
dyes his scalp.
Yeah, scalp dye.
Hey, was that thing real when Rudy Giuliani was in the hotel room with that chick?
No.
Was it staged?
He was tucking in his pants because she had pulled off his lapel mic.
Yeah, it's
There
real.
was some faking gay shit
He was
set up
tucking in his
by
shirt. Yeah, it was totally faking gay.
Yeah,
set
it's
up by
like it's real what happened, but he was just untucking shit. Like it wasn't anything that they tried to say it was.
Yeah, he wasn't like pulling his dick out.
Yeah, it was a setup.
Oh, it was a setup. I knew it was a
By
setup.
the hilarious Sacha Baron Cohen.
Boy,
Oh God.
To
He's
be
so
honest,
funny,
the
boy.
first Borat was pretty funny. The first one was pretty funny.
I didn't laugh at it.
I thought
I'm
it
gonna
was
have to push
funny.
back
The
on
part when they were talking about the Jews
Yeah.
hatching from eggs.
I thought it was
Jews
funny the
hatching from
first
eggs was pretty
time,
funny.
but now that I know what they're doing, what he was doing with it, then I don't
Yeah.
find it as funny.
Takes the
Right.
humor
Yeah,
out.
same. I
You gotta
I
separate-
rewatched it.
You
Like
gotta separate the art from the artist.
God damn it, Johnny!
I rewatched it like 2 years ago, and I did not laugh once outside of the running of the Jew scene. Like that was kind of funny. It's like I mean, it's just fucking hilarious, But the rest of it, and once you realize that the running of the Jew is not making fun of Jews, he's making fun of you for laughing at it. It kind of like you can't really enjoy it anymore. You know what I mean?
Once
it's
Like
you're
the
red
joke
pill,
is on you,
know
Whitey.
It's like once you're red pill and you know what they're doing, it's not fun anymore.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what's funny? Even as a fairly young guy, my one of my older sisters said, "Oh, you got to watch the what was the gay guy?"
You heard it
Bruno."
here first, folks. Air Raid used to be young.
I know it's hard to believe, but
I do not believe it.
I'm older than Air Raid, so
It was a thing for what he's doing the gay character, and he goes to this free speech rally thing in the United States, and he's singing or interviewing, and the guy is supposed to look like a stupid Christian redneck, and making fun of the Republican and right, and libertarian American, and I remember watching that, and the guy's the Jew is pretending to be the gay guy, and he's pretending to be the gay guy.
I was about to say.
And he's going, "Oh, so you're for free speech, right?" And the guy's like, "Yep, absolutely." And he goes, "So you're okay with me, being gay and telling people I'm gay?" And the guy looks at him, and he wasn't mad, he wasn't pissed off. He goes, "Yes, absolutely. I'm for free speech. I'm for your right to say whatever you want." And then the guy looks right at him and goes, "Just stay away from my kids." And I was sitting there I was like a fucking teenager sitting there going like, I like that fucking guy.
yeah.
Like, it was it was an instance of immediately stepping out. I wasn't red pilled at the time and wasn't down on I didn't really think about the JQ at all, but it was just instantly going, shit. This guy's just making fun of us for being sensible and being ourselves. Like it's not like it looks like, oh, I'm going to make fun of the ridiculous people, but it's not. It's making fun of our society and our culture and everything about us. And then getting us to laugh about it.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare
If
you?
you really want to be enraged, watch his ADL speech.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
I'm not sure I want to sit through
This
that.
is-
That sent my fucking jimmies, like that shuffled my jimmies loose, this
I'm
mortal
just gonna-
coil.
I'm just gonna toss this up on the screen because there's really no words for it, so I'm just gonna pop it up here. It's kind of
God.
funny.
Doing screen
Oh,
share.
wow.
Oh God. What's he gonna post? Oh God.
Walrus.
Hey, everybody.
Did it pop up on VR?
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna ask her out. He's gonna go get that phone number.
I'm not.
Oh,
Fuck
so
you.
you're gonna scam the fucking chat?
Yep.
Scam. Cuck.
We're gonna have to take it to Supreme Court.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what to say about that?
shit.
I just have to show you guys because
Eastern Standard Time.
yeah, because that is just.
Why am I not?
Hold up. Yeah, the video isn't working for me. Give me a sec. Don't take it off.
Yeah, try refreshing.
Yeah, I just refreshed mine.
Mother, you're like,
Well, if I drop out, you know why.
Oh my God.
Tabs.
So,
right.
Animal's asking if the COOF vaccine will stay voluntary. I think depends on where you're at. Like New York is probably going to try to make it mandatory.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Is make it mandatory.
Mm-hmm. I don't think like on a nationwide scale in America that they will. No, Britain they might.
Oh, it's a little bit of vomit in that one.
Ew.
And then they kind of already said what they were going to do in like Canada.
yeah, they're at least going to make it so that it's mandatory for certain services and certain things, so that you can't reasonably say no to it and have a fucking job, get groceries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be like the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. As much as I fucking hate the stupid mask faggotry, I will fucking say, you know what? I won't get your fucking vaccine, but I'll wear a mask.
And
Fuck
you
you.
know what? I love the mask thing because I
haggle
have
with
a
them?
skull mask. I have a skull mask, and I wear it everywhere. And
Bro,
people
me
say-
too.
I just do this.
I rock the skull mask. 5 packs on Amazon are like $8.
Gator.
I just put my bandana on, and honestly, the one good thing about this whole thing is that I fucking get to look like a fucking 1930s fucking bank robber. I put on my fucking hat. I put on my bandana.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt for just a second. I have one
Based.
thing to say about that image on the screen, real quick. It's literally the quote, right? The call him a liar.
Yeah,
whatever. You know, it's fucking brilliant.
But watch
It's
how
got
they
to be
recoil.
parody, right?
Huh?
Like, is that a real person?
I'm not looking at that profile, so.
Yeah, I'm not clicking on it either. But it's too perfect. It's amazing.
Johnny,
All right,
Johnny
sorry.
probably will. Johnny will
Here-
probably check it out.
He's already on it. He's already on her OnlyFans.
He's already tubing.
He's the only fan.
He's got the premium.
You can see my hands right here. Both hands right here. I got my jewel, but my hands are empty other than my
Your
jewel.
jewel? Is that what you
Listen,
call it
I'll
these
keep my
days?
hands right up here.
give me them Kazar milkers, oi!
Okay, but
I'm
with the
unarmed. I swear, I'm unarmed. I'm white and I'm unarmed. You can't hurt me.
Milk time.
I pay your taxes. Please don't shoot me. I mean, I pay your salary. I pay other people's taxes.
What
I
good
pay
for
other
you.
people. That's how much of a
I don't
cuck
even.
I
Yeah,
am.
I don't
pay
even.
other people's
I don't even
taxes.
just pay mine. I pay other people's too.
anyways, but like with the vaccine that we're talking about, it's not going to be the government mandating it. It's going to be the
Yeah.
corporations.
Yeah, that's what I've been
Yep.
saying because they've been talking about for decades now. That's why they form these public-private partnerships and stuff because it's a lot easier to get the corporations to do it.
Well, wasn't that Ticketmaster already did this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ticketmaster was one of them.
A couple airlines did it too.
Yeah, there are a couple no names because they think they're trying to test the waters first, but
Yeah, and they're gonna go fucking. Some of them are gonna go bankrupt, but if enough of them do it, then people are gonna have a fucking choice, right?
yeah,
Just like warehouses or any grocery store, any mainstream grocery store does it. We're
Fucking
screwed.
lost you guys.
yeah. Walmart does it. Like, you know, that's like the only thing allowed to be open in a lot of areas. So,
well, you know,
I mean, that breaks the Fourth Amendment right there.
You noticed Walmart's slowly increasing their hours. Like I remember they closed at like 8:30, then they closed at 10:30. Now they're open until 11, and then it's gonna be 11:30. Then they're gonna be back to 24 hours. While all these little places are still going to be forced to shut down completely.
Yeah.
And then Walmart's going to be back to 24 hours a day again. So it's horrible.
It really is. Like, I mean,
I don't know if it's like that everywhere. But when I was in Tennessee picking up an empty trailer to pick up the load I have right now going to Ogden, I had to pick up an empty at a Walmart that they had just unloaded. And I had to call the store directly to get a hold of the manager. And I remember the automated message was like, "Hey, we're slowly getting back to our, basically the whole spiel is they're getting back to the regular rigmarole." And so, like, my interpretation of that is like, eventually they're going to be back open at 24 hours a fucking day.
Yeah.
Everything else is going to be closed, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, basically that's why. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Any of the big corporations get to stay open while all the little guys are getting driven out of business. You know?
That's why it pays to live off grid. You got to live off grid, and so you avoid this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, but living off grid isn't as easy as we think it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
it could be done. It could be fucking done.
It can. Sure. It's not that easy though. Like,
you also
learn how to cut firewood,
dude.
But you still need an axe.
Firewood.
So where are you gonna get an axe?
You need more than that, though, dude.
Learn how to use an axe. Learn how to use.
Yeah, but you need the axe.
Learn how to forge. Learn how to fucking forge.
Do you guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys not have property taxes?
Oh, we have property taxes.
Yeah, we have property taxes.
Yeah, how are you gonna fucking pay that?
Yeah, we have property taxes.
Like I said, they'll Ruby Ridge us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll say, "Oh, you're not paying property taxes. Guess what? This is our land now. Look what they did to the Bundy Ranch. Just for free grazing."
Yep. They just like up and sold his.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something.
They just like up and claimed his land.
If you didn't pay, if you know your shit, and you have good people that who can help you build a house, who can supply you with materials for not just cash. Like, let's say you're a hunter, give them venison, make shit for them, do all this other shit. You got it there. It's gonna take time. It's not shit you can do overnight. No. Learning how to do this shit, you gotta learn how to hunt, you learn how to fish, learn how to build, and then when you're old, when you've developed your skills enough, you can learn. You can make contacts. You can develop contacts with people. So you can have a guy who can give you mortar and brick and mortar shit. You have a guy who knows electrical. You got a guy who knows plumbing. You got a guy who knows tile work. So you can build your house, and you can
actually know how to do everything you listed.
You can pay these people in goods. You can pay these people in other services.
Fucking go
Walrus. Or you can learn how to do it yourself too. You can learn how to do it yourself. But then, but basically, you get to a point where the property tax is the only thing you're paying at that point. If you don't have electricity, if you have, say,
I don't want to blackmail you.
I
don't want to blackmail you here, but they will come.
The only thing you're paying, you're fine.
They will come after you. They will come after you for things like income tax and other things like this, right? They will find a way. I don't want to I'm not discouraging people being self-sufficient. I think it's a great fucking idea, and the more self-sufficient you can get, the better. But you know what would be better than running off into the woods and living in the wilderness is taking our society back.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And what I was gonna say is, you don't necessarily have to be self-sufficient if we form communities like we were talking about.
Yeah, and we just
all move to the same areas and we can help each other out.
Yep.
And then it's a lot easier. People aren't meant, especially white people, aren't meant to live by themselves like that. We're meant to work in a society. That's why we form these high trust societies that work well together.
And there's some of us who seem to be driven to that. And I mean, look at your fucking. Half the history of America is North America is fucking white people wandering off into the woods.
Yep.
And surviving. However, the guys who stay out there go fucking nuts. They go fucking crazy.
Well, because the history of America was you'd move into the middle of nowhere, but you would move close to somebody, And then other people would come, and the town would build up, and they'd
yeah.
build up a town, and you know.
But the guys who stayed kind of isolated went crazy, or they ended up fucking spending all their time when they're in the wilderness living with the Indians, anyways.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, well, human nature.
Yeah, like look at Lewis and Clark, for example. You didn't hear about just Lewis or just Clark. Two guys who went out there together with a slave. They had a slave with them. They treated their slave like he was one of their own. They didn't treat him like a slave.
I thought you were talking about that TV show from the 90s.
They had a little group of people to go with them.
Yeah, then they had like Sacagawea.
No, but see, they went together as a group.
Yeah.
And they built friendships with people. It
was more than just
so that they could get help.
It wasn't just like 4 of them either. It was like a whole team of people.
Yeah,
it was just Lewis and Clark were in charge of it.
Yeah.
It was an expedition team.
And they had moments where certain people had to go back, and then they got different guys in and whatever, and what I was going to say
fur
is
traders too. Fur traders, they'll go out there for long periods of time. But
yeah, fur traders. I mean, but the only reason the fur traders went out there is because they're chasing beaver.
I mean, isn't that
they went groups. They usually went groups. Like beaver. No, but like look at what was the movie with Leo DiCaprio, the Revenant, and you know, you see him like get attacked by a bear, and they think he's dead. They leave him alone. That's when all the shit starts happening. Is when they left him by himself. Yeah. They left him for dead. Now he's all alone, and that's when the shit really hits the fan. Is because he's all alone. You know, and that should really be like telling for everybody. Is like, hey, you gotta stay in a group, or shit's gonna go bad.
Yep, that's the point. Is that that's our natural instincts and stuff is to work together. So, you know, that's how we need
enough political
particularly
power.
Is those of us of European descent. That's our that's how we are.
Yeah, that's how we built civilization.
I will say this. If any of this, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I was just gonna say we need just enough. Well, we need all the political power, but we need enough political power where we can do this and not just get complacent again. You know what I mean? Like, you gain political power in the United States, when you can do this and be left alone, then you got to fucking do it.
Well, there's something called...
I will say this. If any of the southern states secede, if Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, if any of them secede, or if they all secede together, I will be perfectly happy living in, say, Texas as a sovereign nation now, because I know in Texas I'll have the freedom that I deserve as an American. Although the whole concept of being an American will no longer be the same, I'll still be proud of my heritage as coming from America and moving to a free country, just as someone did from Britain, Germany, wherever, came here to live in a free country. My idea of America, unfortunately, would be gone. Our idea of America would be gone in this specific scenario. But we can all rest easy knowing that we now once again live in a free country, and we have another chance to prevent the things that are going on now from ever happening in that new society.
Yeah.
Just remember,
so hopefully we'd be able to have some success.
And as a proud multi-generational Texan myself, probably have a little bit different take on that. I'm like, I would say we should do this since I was a little kid. So,
but you got to remember that everything that's happening now, none of this is the fucking end, right? Everything's just a stepping stone. Doesn't matter what happens, it's just a stepping stone. I read somebody had said, you know, like, the rebirth of America or Western civilization in 2080 or something like this. It was just a random fucking date, and the point was, sorry,
the Tree of Liberty needs to be refreshed from time to time.
With the blood of patriots and the blood of tyrants.
Yep. And the point being is that you can't get disheartened if things don't go well now, because it's not about us now. It's about generation after generation after generation. Right? And even if things go as bad as they can fucking go, and white people are being fucking chased out and fucking hunted down, then we fucking go to the caves and the mountains and the fucking woods. And we survive and we keep fucking going. I don't think it's ever going to get that bad. I think it's the world will fucking burn before that happens because we're fucking dangerous. That's one thing that they're right. When fucking non-whites in the media and all this say fucking how dangerous white people are, we're just sleeping right now.
Well, the thing about the white, us, is that we're very.
I'd say you're absolutely right. Oh, let me say this really quick. I will say this. What I said about moving to a different country, that is one thing. But I will say this. As Americans, we shouldn't be forced to leave our country and go somewhere else. This is the one country where we say this is enough. Like I saw a picture the other day. Americans, you'll never see immigrants from America. We dust off our guns and we fix this shit when shit hits the fan.
And here's the thing: if it gets to the point where states are seceding, if you go to one of those states and you say Tennessee secedes and you go, I'm going to be a Tennessean now, and they accept me, and therefore I'm going to fight with them and help them protect their state, you're not leaving America, right? Yeah. If the United States government and that apparatus falls, you're not leaving America.
Right, like me, I'm personally praying that California secedes. I'm saying, let's get out of the Geneva Convention. Let the law be no longer around, so then we can retake California, no questions asked, and then return to the Union.
Yeah, well, there's also other aspects. That's really what they want, and there's reasons for that have to do with economics. I don't know if you guys
California's run by libtards. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know. And that's why we want to take it back.
Yeah. So if California secedes, it'll be for the reasons we don't want them to secede.
Yeah,
we'll end up seeing Chinese military bases in California.
No, that's why I'm saying we take it back. Right when they secede, it's like, all right, you're not under the law anymore. Let's take it back. This is kind of
actually
California.
Yep. What I was saying was that there's reasons that they want, like, because there's economic reasons too, because the national debt is so high that it's impossible to ever pay it down, right?
The way we get rid of that is get rid of the Federal Reserve and start the Bank of America again. And actually, I think that's a government.
Our children's children
still unborn. That's one possibility, because there's several ways to go about it, but like the way that China did it, because China owed like huge amounts of debts. And then after it became the People's Republic, after Mao took over, and it was the People's Republic of China, then they suddenly just claimed, "Oh, we're a different country now, so we don't owe you anything."
Those guys we lined up and shot, they owed you the money.
Those fucking fruits.
Yeah, the hardest part about it is going to be the boomers, and that's actually the biggest thing with the aging population, because the boomers are older and they're still the biggest population. They're all going on to Social Security about nowish, or already are on it, and there's not enough money to take care of them, and so there's like lots of liabilities. And what are you going to do? Tell them, "Oh, you paid in this your whole life, and now it's not there for you," and so if the country falls apart, splits up, whatever, then that no longer exists. That liability for them no longer exists, because...
Right, that was socialism right there. It's a drug.
Yeah. But yeah, that liability no longer exists, and they're like, oh, well, you guys wanted to do that, so... We don't owe you anything.
It's like
now.
We're not breeding enough. Like... The new generations aren't breeding enough to keep that stable.
Well, yeah, because they've been doing that
and plus,
for a long
there's
time.
no more jobs in that sense, because what is it like? They refuse to retire also, so we can't get ahead.
Exactly.
It's that I think there's a bit of a false assumption there, and it's not that the boomers wouldn't retire. That was the biggest problem, is that the entry-level jobs were being fucking removed from your country.
That's true.
Well, there's a bunch of factors, but yes, the boomers were a problem.
Well,
as was the jobs being sent overseas, which guess whose fault that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Yes, it's the boomers. Absolutely.
Well, it's like entry-level jobs now. They require 5 years of experience for an entry-level job.
Yeah.
So how do you even start?
How do you even get that experience?
Yeah. And also, you get to work for free for 2 years too.
Right.
And then after you've worked for free for 2 years, you get to train the Pakistani fellow who's going to actually take the job. I've fucking literally heard that from people I know, and this is in Canada, and I know what's happening in the United States who've been put through that, where they took on an internship, and I don't know if it's 2 years, but they did an internship and trained their fucking foreigner who was going to get paid to do their fucking job.
Yeah. They had to do it for free to get the experience and then train somebody to get the paid job.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of facts. I mean, the boomers were led by their fucking nose. They didn't fucking know their ass from a hole in the ground. They didn't have to fight the way their parents did, and their parents fucking took it too easy on some of them. And then the ones that took it too hard, well, they were fucking fed this shit by the fucking media. Oh, you know, your dad's mean to you because he's an evil fucking white man, not because he picked fucking bits of his fucking dead friend out of a fucking crater beside him in World War II or the Korean War. No, it's because he's a fucking evil fucking white man. Right?
Well, it's like what is it that it's not really a meme, it's the truth. Like hard times create, good men, easy times.
Yep.
And that thing going on.
Yeah, good men create good times create weak men create bad times.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're going into. We're going into the bad times.
Because you think like the boomers, their parents grew up during the Great Depression. They had really hard times.
Oh, not boomers. Boomers didn't. That was
boomers' parents.
Boomers' parents from boomers' parents.
Yeah.
Right. So their parents, the boomers' parents, like my grandparents, because my parents are boomers. My grandparents grew up during the Great Depression,
And then they had the boomers.
Right. So then after World War II, we built up America like really well,
Yeah.
Yeah, the 50s.
So my parents were just pre-boomer. They were born during the war, but they're pretty well the same shit, right? Like they were too old to be fucking hippies, but they still got affected by that shit. Where some of my family members, I didn't get to meet my Opa as an adult, but he was a machinist who ran a shop, ran his own business in Germany during the war. He was a volunteer fireman in Berlin while they were being fucking blitz bombed. And some of my siblings who never grew up with any fucking, well, we had hardship, but not that kind of hardship. Said, oh, he's a real asshole. Your Opa was a real asshole. And I was like, do you realize that somebody who's been through that, when they say, move, they expect you to fucking move right when they expect you to move before they fucking say it, because they're so traumatized by the fact that when they say get the fuck down because they hear a bomb coming.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's fucking.
They're the mind. They shouldn't even have to tell you. So by the time they told you, you're already fucking out of pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're going. They're enraged by the fact that you don't understand how important it is for you to listen to me and fucking follow my instructions all the time. And they never lose that, right? I've talked to quite a few vets and people who've lived through fucking World War II, and they're damaged by it, and their kids were taught to hate them for it.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed to respect them for it, right? And all this fucking bullshit about the greatest generation that they always throw that out. But that's wartime propaganda shit. Yeah. None of these fucking people who say that fucking believe it, because it's fucking the other side of the mouth. They're going, everything that our parents did and grandparents did was fucking bad and racist and evil and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially nowadays, it's all propaganda against them.
Well, and if you think about it, like my grandparents, they were quote unquote greatest generation or whatever, and they pretty much like grew up the same as however many generations before them.
Yep.
I mean, they might have had some modern conveniences and shit, but not really because it was the Great Depression. So you know what I mean? They're like, you know, my grandma was she was telling me about how when she was growing up, they were lucky to have shoes. You know.
Yep.
Right.
And they'd only wear their shoes. You know, they'd have to walk to school barefoot and all this shit. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, in the 1950s, even a large portion of fucking North America, and this is Canada and the United States, didn't have fucking refrigerators yet, even though refrigerators were invented.
Yeah.
They still the ice pan. They still the fucking milk pan.
Yeah,
It's
my
not
dad.
like-
My dad had they had the ice box in the 50s,
Yeah.
like where you had to buy the big block of ice and stick it in there and shit. Yeah.
And I've mentioned this before. I've
Oh, so like 1920s technology.
Yeah, I've only owned old houses, and everyone has had coal chutes, right? Like there were fucking coal burning stoves and coal burning fucking furnaces in their houses.
Right.
Yeah.
I worked with a guy. I worked for a guy in Nova Scotia, and his uncle used to come around, and he would have been born in the 1920s, and he talked about how he used to work cutting ice in Nova Scotia. So that
Yeah.
would have been in the late 1930s, and he was in the wintertime. They cut ice, they put it into ice houses, and they store it there. They insulate them, and they have ice all year round. He quit when one of his coworkers slid under the ice and fucking died.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
So
Yeah, like
Shit.
it was a little different. 'Cause my
It's a hell of a way to
grandparents
go.
were in Texas, so you know there was no ice to go cut.
Yeah,
But my granddad was he was a roughneck in the oil fields.
Yep.
And
See,
and
my family
fuck the-
was from Pennsylvania, and they were coal miners.
Yeah.
And, coal workers.
and you know, my grandparents lived in a house that it was housing for the oil field workers, and then when he got to retirement age, they gave him the house when he retired to live in. You know.
back when things still fucking kind of we're gonna use you up, but at least you get your fucking house at the end of it. Now they
Yeah,
use
because that
you
was
up
like
and-
in the early '70s, probably he retired, or late '60s.
Yeah. Now they
So-
use you up, and you got fucking nothing. Live in the pod, eat the bugs, you fucking maggot.
Right.
Right, like get abused by fucking
One
jug
movie I'd
Americans
recommend.
while you're fucking too feeble to fucking look after yourself, and your family's fucking abandoned you. Sorry to
One
black
movie
though,
I'd
but-
recommend people go watch is a movie called October Sky. Some of you guys have probably seen it with
Why does that
Jake
sound
Gyllenhaal
familiar?
and Chris Cooper. Because
It's about Warner
because
Von
it's
Braun.
about Jake Gyllenhaal
Well,
plays Homer Hickam.
Right. Homer
No, it's
Hickam.
about Homer Hickam
Yeah.
basically coming up with this new rocket nozzle design that Warner Von Braun would look at, like all this shit. But it starts off with Homer Hickam's dad is a coal miner, and it talks a lot about Coalwood, Georgia, I think it was, and how the coal mines worked, and basically how dangerous it was. But you look at it's like, first off, it starts with his dad, looking at like, why do you want to go into all this fucking science shit and all this rocket shit? I want you to work in the coal mines just like I did. But then you realize, like, his dad soon comes aware that, like, my son's going to have a much better future than I did, being able to go off to work for NASA. Homer Hickam would help go on to design the space shuttle and some of the training programs for the space shuttle.
So he invented.
And this movie takes
designed,
place in 1957, right after
He designed
rocket
fake and
novels.
gay things.
He,
and
he
then,
designed a way to help.
What was
Yeah,
it?
fake and gay things.
No,
the
I'm
whole
teasing, I'm
space
teasing.
is
So he made
everything is
models?
Jewish
Yeah.
propaganda.
I'm
He
teasing.
made
I'm
models for a living.
I'm actually teasing you. I'm teasing you on
But
behalf
it's-
of the
it's a
other
great
guys.
Movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about
Yeah,
now.
I know.
I thought
but
that name
it's a
sounded
great
familiar.
movie
What was
because
it using like more of a gelled alcohol for?
yeah,
the
and
field?
it
like for the
yeah
field.
no,
they
but
used,
yeah, like
gelled
the
it, they
rocket
gelled it.
candy. It's called rocket candy,
Yeah.
but it's a sugar-based propellant.
Yeah.
Using sugar and like a bunch of other shit to make like a really
Alcohol.
powerful solid rocket propellant.
No.
And
Well, Jack Parsons who came up
but
with
it's
solid
great because
rocket
it
fuel.
talks about the coal mines. It talks about
You know something
Well,
interesting?
But anyway,
Bruh,
I'm
I-
not done. It talks about, because we're talking about the coal mines, and you see how bad it is. You see
Yeah.
that some of his friends die in the coal mine. You see how dangerous it is for his father. His father almost dies in the coal mine. Yep. There's a whole bunch of shit with the union workers. His dad's very anti-union because the unions are bullshit. And they're they're the reason that a lot of people lose fucking money in these jobs that actually nowadays can pay you really well. Back then didn't pay for shit. Nowadays, if you're a coal miner, you're probably making pretty good money. If you're an oil driller, you're making very good fucking money.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a truck driver, nowadays you're probably making a hell of a lot more money than somebody was 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking years ago.
No, actually.
But it was bad back then.
Actually, truckers used to make a lot more than they did.
When Raid was talking about.
Relatively.
Truckers
used to make a lot more in like the 70s and 80s.
Back in the day. Yeah, but like Raid was talking about how, you know, bad times create good men create weak men create bad times. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
It goes to show, like, you know, you had these guys working in a shitty situation so that their kids could grow on to have a better future than they did. Their kids could end up growing up to have the things that they never had as kids. Give things to their grandchildren that they never got to have. But in that, there is the problem. There is a catch to that. You know, you have to raise your kids right. Even if times are good, you have to raise them to look at the world as if things are going to shit at all times, or else they're going to become weak. If the economy could be booming and we could be living in 100 years of prosperity, but you have to raise your kids to act, to still have a part of their brain thinking that everything could go to shit tomorrow. I have to be prepared for that. I have to prepare my kids for that. If your kids aren't prepared for that, then they're going to be weak and they're going to contribute to the problem. They have to be strong, or else everything we've fought for the past 245 fucking years is going to go down the shitter.
And that's why I make my kids sleep outside under a fucking tarp.
Good job. Tell them it's fun. It's camping. Why are you upset? It's camping. Camping's fun.
Well, they're complaining. They're complaining tonight because there's snow on the ground. But you know, it's sucking up, kids.
It's so freezing.
They will
go make a fire.
They will learn to build an igloo.
Yeah. No, it's actually a funny thing.
Kids, you want to learn how to build an igloo? You want to learn how to build a fire?
I joke with my kids. I joke with my kids, and I tell them about walking 20 miles uphill both ways on roads made of broken glass and bare feet and all this type of shit when I went to school. But in all honesty, I used to fucking miss my school bus all the time. I used to hitchhike into fucking town to go to school.
I used to go to school.
And if you fucking told somebody nowadays that you're gonna hitchhike into town to go to fucking school, they'd think you're retarded. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Every generation gets a little gayer and a little wimpier, and it's astounding.
Yeah, like
it's a lack of discipline. It's a lack of discipline.
And now we're getting to the point. Now we're getting to the point where the turnover is happening, because if they don't toughen up, they're not going to have a choice. They're going to fucking. I mean, these Zoomers, they're going to be the last ones to have it fucking easy. And they're only having it easy until they fucking step out into the real world. The next generation of kids, it's going to be fucking, you fight to survive in your fucking school because you're the fucking minority. There's nowhere else to fucking go. You got to fight for everything. You're not.
But I will say it's a little more complicated than that, because like the boomers had it really easy. Generation X. It's not like there were hard times, but we had to take care of ourselves.
I'm a junior.
It was a different thing. It was it was a different way, right? Like, I mean,
we had like almost no parental supervision for big large parts of the day, and
but my mother didn't. No, she had a mother who was at home cooking dinner while her dad was out at work, type of thing, and sewing her clothes and doing this and doing that. But also, her mother said, "Get the fuck out of the house if you don't have school."
Yeah.
And don't come back. Don't come back till lunchtime, or don't come back till dinner time. Like, you weren't allowed to just fucking laze around.
Yeah.
Right. Just like thinking about that, like sewing.
Yeah.
How many people know how to sew anymore?
I know how to fucking sew, and
I know how to sew.
Dude, I'm terrible at it. Like, I'm talking about hand sewing.
I know how to sew enough to be effective at it. I'm terrible.
I'm terrible at it, but the truth of your what you're saying is, I have not met a woman who can fucking sew on a button as well as I can.
Right. And it's same with
and that's fucking horrifying.
Yep.
And cooking too. Like, how many of these new females?
Except for my mom and my sister. Those are the only two best seamstresses I know.
Yeah.
And
my girlfriend.
Those are the only three. But it's because my grandma taught my mom, and my mom taught my sister. Yeah. All three of them know how to cook.
Yeah, you're
Actually,
right
my
about
mom and my
cooking.
sister know how to cook better than my grandma, because my grandma was grew up in the Depression, so she'll use like leftover shit in her food sometimes. So sometimes her food can be a little weird sometimes, but my mom and my sister both are amazing. Like I'd say, like they are autists when it comes to cooking.
Oh no!
Like my sister, when it comes to my sister will make her own clothes sometimes, even though she makes like $80,000-$90,000 a year. She doesn't have to. She'll fucking make her own dresses sometimes. She's like an autist when it comes to sewing, and so is my mom.
See,
it's fucking insane.
That just sounds
but
like
they're rare. They're a rare breed.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really rare. Like, I know my family, like my.
And I will say this: my mom is a leftist. My mom and sister are both leftists, but it's still weird to see. It's still weird to see such a rare breed of woman today, but both are leftists as well. You'd think they'd both be conservative, but my mom married when my mom was married to my dad. You know, she was a Republican. She always voted Republican, but then she married my stepdad, and my stepdad worked for the Defense Department. Well, he worked for Raytheon and all this shit, you know, but he was a liberal. Funny enough, right? The guy who works for a company that makes some of the most dangerous weapons on the planet is also a liberal. That's my stepdad. But my mom married my stepdad. Then all of a sudden, she became. Yeah, I'd say it's more ironic than anything else, but it is shameful. But it is. My mom married my stepdad, but my mom still knows how to sew like a motherfucker. My mom knows how to cook like a motherfucker, and I don't mean that with any disrespect. I mean that as a term of endearment. And my mom has always been a good mother. She's been rough with me when she needed to be, and she's always been kind and loving and nurturing when she's needed to be. My mom does not think very highly of my grandmother sometimes, because when but now with the discussions I've had with you gentlemen over the month, I've come to learn that the reason my grandmother was so tough on my mother is because she had 9 children. I have 9 aunts and uncles, well, including my mom.
Fuck.
But when you have that many kids, you can't coddle them. Yeah, you can't. You've lost your right to coddle your children. You have too many children to coddle, and to baby. You have to be tough with them, but you're tough with them because you love them. You don't pay as much attention to them because you love them. You need to learn. You need to learn self-sufficiency. My grandfather fought the Germans in World War II. Say what you will about that. My grandfather just wanted to do what he had to do for his country. Okay, he was an artilleryman with the 103rd Infantry Division, but he fought the Germans in his sleep until he died in 2008. You know, but he never babied his children. He always changed his own oil, did his own landscaping, built his own fucking houses when he had to. And I cannot wait for the day again when I finally get to see him again one day.
And you will.
All right, I'm gonna get a little emotional there.
It's gonna be a while off, though. That's gonna
be.
I hope I can live for 120
right?
years. I hope I can live to be 120. Sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna outlive all
I
of
didn't
them.
mean to get a little emotional there, but
no, man, it's all right.
But I hope to be 120.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
But I hope after 120 and I finally get to pass away, watching all my kids and grandkids grow up, I can see my grandfathers again.
Dude, when I was like 25,
those are the two men I want to talk to most.
When I was 25, I don't care what I saw. Nothing fucking affected me. I was in a fucking state of numbness. Since I had kids and leading up now, I'm fucking 40 years old, and I'm fucking like, don't fucking. Okay, come on, man. I just had something in my eye. Fuck, dude. Like, no, it's like seriously, like instant, like oh. I fucking watched. I watched the movie fucking Gran Torino.
Oh, that's a great movie.
You guys saw that?
No, you know what? I don't cry. I try not to
was
cry.
out on his front porch with his grand.
Yeah, I don't care what you fucking think about me, but I was fucking like holding back tears in that.
Oh
when I
my
watched that fucking
god,
movie.
you guys, what's wrong with you guys? Don't you know feelings are cringe?
Yeah, dude. Gosh, I know, but I mean, like, it's a movie about an old white guy fucking dying for fucking ching chongs, but Clint Eastwood is fucking great movie maker. But you know, it's just funny when I'm not.
I gotta bounce out of here, guys. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. HH Brothers.
All right. Have a good night, brother.
Bye, Jamie.
See
Bye,
ya.
Jamie.
Bye.
Now it's funny when you got the
Just a quick question here. Have we talked about this Eric Swallow story? We don't have to do it right now. Did I miss it?
We kind of hit that
very briefly.
I want to aerate the finish though. I want to aerate the finish.
No, this would be really quick. But seriously, when you got to the end of that, that's a you know, I heard the emotion in your voice. I'm immediately going like, "Fuck, I get it." You know, like. I'm not crying. Like, fuck, yeah. I understand that, man. Like, I didn't even get to really get to know my grandparents very well. And it's kind of like, I think of doing them proud and hoping that they can see it.
You know,
ancestors will be proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really don't cry. You know, because my stepdad, he beat the shit out of me every time I fucking cry. And he's like, you know, crying as for fucking pussies. To this day, I try not to cry.
You know what? I bet you that bitch cried a lot.
Yeah.
He just went away and did it.
See, I'll tell you something. Sometimes I think about the fact that my mom's gonna die one day, my dad's gonna die one day. I remember one time I was staying at my dad's place because it was his turn to see me, and I had a dream where he died, and I woke up and I started crying. He asked me what was going on. I said, "Oh, it's fine," but I'm kind of past that. Like, if I think about my mom dying or my dad dying, I panic a little bit. Like, thinking like, oh shit, I could get a phone call tomorrow saying my mom died, or my dad is living in squalor right now because the fucking government won't take care of him. Even though he served his country for 12 fucking years, they won't give him his fair fucking share because, you've got to serve 20 years to get full benefits. Otherwise you get shitty benefits. But that's a rant for another day. Is I'm worried about getting a phone call about telling me, saying like, hey, this is the TPD, we had to break down your dad's door because he wasn't paying his rent, and it turns out he died, 3 weeks ago. Just like my biological father. I never met my biological father, but I had to get that phone call one day. Not too long ago, I'll add that. But,
I was 13.
When I think about my grandfathers, my dad's side, my grandfather's on my mom's side, and I think about the sacrifices they made for their country, and one thing I think about is I hope I'm doing them proud. That's when I cry, is when I think about my grandfathers and all the things I wanted to ask them but never did. That's when I cry.
I got my own dad when I was 13. I never knew him, but I got that phone call. It was a lawyer, like, oh, how are you going to do it? I'm like, what the fuck? I never knew the dude.
Well, my real dad died when I was 3, so.
Oof. Yeah, are we going for the who has the worst shit?
I guess we are.
Well, I never met my dad. I never met him face to face. I talked to him on Facebook Messenger for a little bit. About I'd say he died about 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half. I don't remember, but I was in West Virginia. I got the phone call. My mom called me, but yeah, it was a mess. But I never met the guy. He was a shithead to my brother and sister, who were the children of another father my mom was with. They're just as much I don't believe in a half brother, half sister shit. They're my brother and they're my sister. But that's
right.
But I never met him. I still wanted to give him a proper burial, but they were saying if you want to claim his remains, if you want to claim his ashes, even though the county's gonna cremate him for free and scatter his ashes in a plot of land with no headstone and no reference to him being there or to where he is, that's free. But if I wanted to claim his fucking remains, that was $1,500.
Right.
I never got that chance because I didn't have the money, and then nobody ever got back to me.
That's a crazy business.
But I didn't know the guy, so I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm worse or anything like that. Yeah, it's bullshit, is what it is. You should, I'm glad the government hasn't cracked down on people saying like, no, I'm going to bury my loved one on my property right under a big oak tree. I haven't heard of anybody having a problem with that, with the government coming in and saying you can't do that. That's a good thing. I'm glad you're still allowed to do that.
Oh, they'll do that in California.
It's your private property. You can bury, my wife, well, I wouldn't doubt it, but like I know, like everywhere else, like, oh, my wife died, so I'm going to bury her under the big oak tree that we sat under when this house was owned by my grandparents and she lived across the street, and we kissed under that oak tree and wrote our names on it. That's where I'm going to bury her. It's like, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad the government hasn't cracked down on it, but we got to make sure they don't, as well as other things.
All right, like if I die, just bury me.
So what were you gonna say?
Anyways, like in California,
just put me in the trash, Charlie.
And in California, it's improper disposal of a body. So you're not allowed to do that on your own property.
I just want to. You ever seen the movie Grand Theft Parsons? It's about Graham Parsons when he died, and it's a true story.
I don't think I've seen it. Yeah,
it's a true story, or based on a true story. It was fucking. It's a damn good movie. Apparently, after Graham Parsons died, and his family wanted to take the body back to Georgia or whatever, and I guess he wanted to be cremated in the desert or something. So like, his buddies stole the body and fucking took him out in the desert. It's very interesting movie.
Didn't the guy from Leonard Skinner's body get fucking stolen?
No kidding.
I think so.
The singer fucking died. Whatever his Van
Yeah,
Zandt.
I think his body got stolen.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was Ronnie Van Zant, right?
Yeah, But there's two aspects to that, and one of them is, and whether or not you care about this or not, is I care about what happens to me after I'm fucking dead, even if I'm not going to know. Even if I don't care what happens, I die and say, that's it. You're done. You don't exist anymore, whatever. I don't care. I still care about how my body is fucking disposed of. And then there's the people who survive who have a say in it. Right? Like, if they want to bury you underneath the fucking oak tree that you love, then they should be able to bury you there.
Me, I made a will. I'm going to be buried at sea. Just throw my body over a ship and let me like.
That's what my dad wants, but that's what my dad wants. But I want him to be married. My dad has requested, and if he does die and doesn't change his mind, then I'll have him cremated and have his ashes scattered at sea with a military funeral. But if he does change his mind, and I hope he does, I'd like to actually have him buried where, in the same cemetery my grandfather and grandmother are buried.
Yeah.
So that the Hutchins, because it's, so I can go and actually visit him. I don't have to drive to fucking California to go visit my dad,
Right.
Or go talk. Well, you don't have to drive somewhere to go talk to him. You can talk to him and they're listening, watching you every day. Watching over you, but just to pay my respects, I shouldn't have to drive 500 some odd miles.
Or were you
but if
telling
that's
me
what
my
he wants,
dad
that's what he
watches
wants,
me
and
tubing?
I'll respect that, and I'll give him that. Yeah, that's a legitimate fear I have sometimes. If I'm spanking it, I don't think about it, but I think about it afterwards. I was thinking like, what if some people I didn't want to have watch me, take matters into my own hand, if you will, were watching me take matters into my own hand.
Grandma, I don't want you, Grandma. Go
That's
there.
something you're gonna have to apologize for. Right. Well, you know what? I'm okay with
Johnny,
the fact that I'm gonna have to answer for my sins one day. I'm gonna have to.
Johnny, why couldn't you just keep your hands off your little Peter?
You're right.
Come on.
I'm sorry. If my
You're right, Grandma. You're right. You're right.
Johnny, you're such a dirty boy.
Come
my
on,
deceased
get on,
relatives
get
are
on.
watching me
right
jerk
there.
off.
Everything you
Your
have to
friends
say,
told
I'm here to listen. I'm here to listen. I have to take it in. Anybody else have any more criticisms? I need to listen to them.
No,
I deserve
dude,
this.
no,
I've
no,
earned
no,
this.
no.
I can
Get this out of the
guarantee
way.
that.
I can guarantee you that both of my grandfathers, if I get the chance to meet them, they're both gonna fucking tear a strip off me. They're gonna kick the shit out of me, and I will fucking deserve every fucking moment of it.
No,
Yeah,
if my
I could
deceased
probably say
relatives
that
are
too.
watching
I'll
me
be
jerk
proud
off,
to have my grandfather beat the shit out of me.
And actually, I wish I had my grandfather beating the fucking snot out of me as I was growing up and keeping me in fucking line. It would have been
I saw what you did, boy.
I have a very specific memory from when I was a kid, and I was little, and I was at my grandparents' house because that's where I'd go after school before my mom could pick me up, and I didn't want to do my homework. And I was like 7 or 8. Maybe, yeah, like 7 or 8. And I was like crying because I didn't want to do it, or I didn't know how to do it. My grandpa was just like, why don't we just give him the belt? I'd probably ask my grandfather, why didn't you just give me the damn belt? Why didn't you just do it? I would probably be so much of a better person. I wouldn't be a fat ass right now if you gave me the damn belt,
If my fucking grandfather saw what I was doing Sunday night, they would be very fucking impressed with me.
I got my ass beat plenty when I was a kid.
Why aren't you in church?
Oh, my stepdad made sure I was beaten every night with a belt.
Well, there's a time when you need it, and then there's a time where you're being fucking abused. And those
no, I wasn't being abused. I was a fucking problem child.
Okay, well, but like you know, I don't, right? Like,
yeah.
My biological dad beat the crap out of my fucking family and was a fucking psycho. However, I used to get good fucking ass kickings when I was younger, and then my mother checked out because I'm one of 9 too, and I'm the youngest. And by the time I was growing up, she didn't have fucking time for me anymore, right? And I needed discipline, dude. Like I fucking needed real discipline because I went fucking talk about being a problem child.
Need your ass beat, huh?
My stepdad, his name was Chuck. He had a belt, Chuck on it, and I remember when he was me with it. Chuck was on my ass.
Okay, that's actually pretty fucking funny.
Did he sell his store to Sneed?
It's a sad thing that we live in a world now where, like, back like when my grandparents were alive, or when Raid's parents, had their kid, had him and his siblings, they were in all the time. We're 9 kids. Back then is the equivalent to like 2 kids today. We're 9 kids. You could still do it, even if you worked a blue collar job.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather, after he got out of the army, was a pipe fitter, a sprinkler fitter. He was a milkman for a little while and landscaping, but like he could do it. He could raise 9 fucking kids.
Yeah.
And raise them well.
But here's the thing.
A lot of my uncles are right wing. A lot of my aunts are left wing. But today you can't.
Never should have let women vote.
Now one kid is what, like $250. One kid is like $250,000 now from the age of 1 to the age of 18, and then even more kids. It's impossible. You have 9 kids today, and you're fucked totally.
Let me tell you something. I only have 2, but I was worried about that. I was really worried about being able to afford to have children, and I wanted to have kids, and there was no fucking question about that. But I pushed it back till I was 30 before we had our first, and I still regret that now. But it's amazing how quickly you realize all the expenses of having a kid. Well, guess what? When you have a newborn baby, don't fucking go out. Don't go to the fucking bar. Stop buying fucking coffees at, I don't know what you guys have Dunkin' Donuts, I guess, and Starbucks. We have the Tim Hortons and all that shit. But you make your fucking coffee at home. You eat at home, whatever. You get through those couple of years, and it's not even fucking 2 kids. Like it didn't. And I was making more money every year as that was going on too. But at the same point, I could have afforded the 2 kids when I was 27. If I just made the sacrifice of not being a fucking partying asshole.
Right, you just have to sacrifice.
And then if I had really been economical, and there's always this kind, especially nowadays, is this, you don't want to send your kid to school in fucking the cheap clothes or the secondhand clothes. You got to send them in the fancy new name brand shit and all this garbage. Well, guess what? When I was a kid, all my clothes were hand-me-downs. And those hand-me-downs, a lot of them were fucking used when we got them, right? And, were we kind of stigmatized even back in the 80s? A little bit, yeah, sure. But you know what? We always had a fridge full of food, even if sometimes it was shitty food. And when we were like really, really fucking broke, we still had, we had powdered milk and fucking puffed wheat and shit like this. But I mean, on a single income, if the man's working full time and has any kind of a decent fucking job, he can have 2, 3, 4 kids. You make it fucking work, and you'd be surprised how quickly you make it work.
And if you're a DMV employee, you could have like 9 kids and it doesn't even matter.
Oh shit, yeah, you don't even need a fucking dad. You got fucking 9 baby daddies and fucking welfare checks.
Yep, 9 baby daddies all in prison.
Yep.
That's just. You see, here's the thing. Even though white people have it worse in this country, I gotta say, God damn, is it good to be white? Because at the end of the day, I get to come home feeling fulfilled, knowing that I worked my ass off.
Oh,
so that
I'm gonna stop you right there
well, that fucker next door.
I'm gonna stop you right there because they could do that easier than we can.
Yeah,
these days.
They could.
They just don't.
Could
because they also have the option of not doing it.
Well, yeah,
we don't have the option of not doing it.
But see, that's the point. I'm still right. I know, but I'm still right though, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to be better. I'm still morally going to be better off at the very least, because I am. Because even though, regardless of whether or not they have the option to do it, is irrelevant. Because obviously they don't fucking do it, except for a very small portion of them. But I still, the one thing they don't get to have, self-satisfaction. The self-satisfaction of knowing that I just spent, a month out on the road, or maybe let's say when I have kids, hopefully just so I can come home and help raise them every day. Maybe I have a different job doing local deliveries, or maybe I work a different job. Maybe I lose some weight, get in better shape, and I have a more like a construction job, or I'm working like an oil field or something. I move out to Texas. I don't know. But I get to come home knowing I get to come home to a wife that loves me, hopefully, kids that I know love me. I get to help raise them. I'm not going to be a dickhead to my kids. I'm going to be tough with them, and I'm going to be strict, but I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm going to make sure my kids grow up to respect me. But I'm going to show compassion to my children, obviously, like every.
Well, you get to.
I'm going to come home knowing that I did good.
You get the feeling that you provided for them.
Yeah.
I was going to say the drivers driving the tar sands out in Texas right now are making bank. It's one of the best paid driver jobs, and I think
they're making big fucking money.
Dude,
but I mean, like
half of Canada went out to fucking Alberta when their tar sands are fucking taking off, dude.
And not only are they making bank, but I think they're home quite a bit because you probably do like a run a day or 2 runs a day.
They make so much they don't have to be out for so long.
Well, they're not doing long haul because they're driving it from.
Well, usually you're gonna be driving across. Yeah,
you're only driving across
but
Texas.
Texas is still pretty big, so
Texas
they're probably
is big,
still gonna be out.
So you might be out overnight.
Yeah. But I mean, they're.
Yeah. So yeah, you're probably doing like 1 run a day or something, depending on where you're going. You're probably going to Dallas or Fort Worth or something. Or
say it's just a little jog across the state.
Yeah, jog.
Jog, if you will.
As long as you don't stop at any construction sites, then you can make it home.
Well, you guys take it easy.
Who was that?
You too, man. Take it easy. But like, I think it was a trucker friend who fucking posted a photo of an Apu sitting in. It was supposed to look like a vintage photograph, and I think he did it over a vintage photograph. And it shows an Apu sitting inside like an old fucking Kenworth W900, and on his lap he's got a little baby Apu. I'm just like, I want that for real life. I hope one day I can take a picture in a truck that I own with my own money, and I can have a picture of my son sitting with like a little tiny baby's baseball, like trucker cap or something. I'd be like, he's gonna be doing what I do one day.
Yeah.
It's like, it's gotta be like the proudest moment you could ever feel.
Just think of the day where you're like, all right, boy, put your boots on, put your trucker hat on, your flannel shirt, because you're coming with Dad for the weekend. We're going on a overnight run. Like, that'd be amazing, dude. It'd be like taking your kid camping, but you're also working and teaching them. You're not even just, okay, son, we're going to teach you how to set up a tent. You're going, we're going to show you what Daddy does. Yeah, that's fucking aces, dude.
Now I want for everyone listening right now, I am 23 years old, so I am a Zoomer. Obviously, I talk a lot like I'd say. Sometimes I'd argue like I'm not even a boomer. I'm like the forgotten generation, kind of. Like I talk like somebody who grew up in the Depression, even though I didn't. But I will say this: like, we all have our reasons to be ready to fight for what's coming up. because there's going to be some bad shit coming up. There might not be. This whole thing could blow over peacefully. We don't know. But I'm going to say likelihood, something big's going to happen, some shit's going to go down. But what I'm fighting for, just like everyone else, is not only for my country and my way of life, but that vision I have of my future, of being able to teach my son how to do the things that I did to become successful. You know, and getting to watch, you know, fighting back tears as my son, you know, gets his commercial driver's license, you know, and becomes a truck driver, you know, and that's a beautiful thing to me. That's a beautiful thing, and that's why I continue to go along every day. And you know, I think the reason a lot of people my age commit suicide is because they don't have anything to look forward to. They don't think far enough ahead.
Absolutely.
And when you don't think far enough ahead, you don't realize that I'm thinking by the time I'm 40, fucking 30, whatever. Like I'm 23. I've got like another 10 years before I'm probably gonna have a kid, and I'm already thinking about, okay, what are my kids gonna be? How am I gonna raise my kids? Dude, I don't even fucking. I'm not even.
Dude, when I was 23,
you know, but that's what I'm fighting for. So.
When I was 23,
but anyway, as I want to finish.
Oh, sorry. Go.
But so those of you listening who are like my age, just remember, think ahead. Think 10 years ahead.
Yes.
Think 20 years ahead. Look for a big goal. Look for the biggest goal of your fucking life, and work towards it. And remember, if the shit goes down, that's what you're fighting for. That goal you just thought of, that vision you just had, that's what you need to fucking fight for. And you need to fight for your life. If you die, or if you get put in a prison and die in that prison, remember, you made your sacrifices so somebody else could have that dream. And that's bigger than you. You got to remember, this whole thing's bigger than you. And I don't want to sound like a communist, but you got to remember, what we're fighting for is bigger than our personal lives. You know.
What I was going to say is, we need more young men who think like you, and
you touched on something like, you know, I'm 42 years old, which isn't particularly old, but I've seen things.
Okay, boomer.
What do you mean?
But I've seen things change.
Okay, boomer.
All right, let me get to my point here, damn it.
I'm a millennial.
But I've seen things change so much, you know, from the time I was growing up. Like, there's been so many different. The biggest change I saw, at least until recently, was after 9/11. Then, like, everything changed overnight.
Huge.
Yeah. But
that was the day you realized the world you were born into no longer exists.
Yeah. And now I think here, after 2020, things are going to be at least as different going forward. But
what was it? The government? Like, you give power to the government, they will not release it.
Yeah. It never went the other way.
Dude, this year is the next equivalent of 9/11.
Yeah.
This is actually bigger.
But actually, like, a big change, probably the second biggest change until this year, was when Trump got elected.
Yeah.
Because everything went from being fucking horrible and, like, impossible to find a job and everything to, like, bam, jobs were everywhere. You could get a job and work and everything was good for a while, you know? Until this year.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, Johnny, is when I was 23, and before I was 23, I was like, I know I want kids. I know I want to be a fucking. I want to work and I want to have fucking a simple fucking life. And this is what I want. I want a wife and I want fucking kids. And I stopped fucking around and like, I didn't stop having a good time, but I stopped fucking around and chasing after fucking, you know, whatever fucking blonde in a bar. Because I started looking for a woman to raise children. And when I was 23, I met my ex, right? And that was a woman that I ended up staying with and marrying and having 2 kids with. And I found her then. Now, I didn't have to meet that woman then. You don't have to meet a woman now. But the fact that if you go out and you talk to the cute gal at the grocery store, and she goes, oh, I really like to party and I like to go on vacations. And you go, well, that's not what I'm into, man. I want to have a fucking You know, you don't waste your time with that shit. You don't waste your time with chasing, you know, the pornography dream and the garbage that they sell you. And you meet the gal, if you're anything like me, and you sound like you are quite a bit like me actually, but you meet that gal, and you're like, when I met my ex, our first fucking conversation, we met in a bar actually, but the first conversation, we talked about wanting to have kids. The first fucking time we met. That was part of the conversation. And the only reason she gave me her number. And the only reason I called it was because she said she wanted to have kids and settle down. I mean, it ended terribly in the long run. I shouldn't say terribly. It ended, you know, badly in the long run. But I got my marriage. I got my kids. And we need more people who think like that. And you know what? There's a whole fucking shitload of Zoomers who are going to have to marry fucking ugly women.
Yeah.
Well,
have to marry.
I want to. That's another thing I want to say is
glad I don't have to
me
deal
and
with
Aaron
Zoomer
are talking
women,
about
that's for
getting
sure.
women that want to have kids and settle down. Don't settle for Olga because she wants to have kids and settle down. If she still looks like a fucking train wreck, okay, have your reservations. You don't want to marry somebody who, you mean like you don't want the process of having children to be difficult.
No.
You know, you don't want to have difficult maintaining an erection with somebody.
I'm not saying marry a
somebody
mutant.
who is
I'm not saying marry a mutant. But when you go, oh, you know what, her nose is a little fucking crooked, or her ears are just a little bit too big, and I saw this gal on fucking internet, and she was perfect, and blah blah blah. Nah, fuck that. You go, if you meet that gal and she's, you know, half decent looking, just has to be half decent fucking looking, and you go and you get along with her and your personality fucking meshes, you will not notice. You will not notice if you care about having a family and getting married and being fucking true. Dude, I was playing in a fucking band, rockabilly band, fucking rock and roll, and I, you know, grease the hair back and the fucking shiny shoes and all this. And these chicks would come up and dance in front of me with these short skirts on and fucking like, whoa, dude. I didn't fucking ever have a moment. Not fucking once did I have a moment where I thought about how easy it would be to cheat on my wife.
That's awesome.
Well, it's fucking like now that I'm fucking divorced, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you just gave up all that. You know, and now you're fucking 40, you're not getting that shit anymore, right? But at the time, I went home and my wife was beautiful. Now I look at her, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? But if you care about that shit, that woman, if the woman is a good woman, she will be beautiful. Now, not the gap tooth fucking warty fucking troll. I'm not saying that. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Don't go out and marry Big Red. Don't go out and marry Big Red,
no.
okay?
But also don't
That's not the woman you want for obvious reasons, but I mean as an aesthetics wise.
Yeah, but don't
aesthetics wise, you don't want that.
Don't spend 20 years chasing a gal who's fucking got an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's like what I've seen.
And I'd argue that OnlyFans is definitely going to make things harder for us because a lot of women are on there, and women you may not, and all kinds of women that you don't even know about who could be in your area that are on there. You know, so that may sound great to some of you right now, like holy shit, that hot chick that I saw at the McDonald's at that pilot, she's on OnlyFans. Oh, fantastic! $10 a month. Fuck it. Don't do that. You don't want that. You don't want anything to fucking do with that. You're gonna catch diseases. It's gonna break your heart. Our OnlyFans is gonna make shit a lot harder for us, and I understand that, but I don't care. I think, you know what? God damn it, I'm a man. I'm not only a man, I'm an American man. I'm a white American man. Men like me laid their lives down for my fucking country against all odds. You know, finding a woman to settle down and marry with, fuck, compared to some of the shit men my age did back in the fucking 40s, back in the 1700s, fuck it. That's like the easiest goddamn thing in the world if you put your mind to it and you put it in that perspective. Go out and just fucking do it.
Well, you see, this is why
Don't be a pussy. Talk to her. You may be nervous. Don't be a fucking pussy. Grow some balls and go talk to her.
Hey, what'd you do with McDonald's girl?
The problem isn't getting girls; it's getting.
Yeah, she's probably got an OnlyFans. Fuck it.
Like, the problem isn't getting girls. That's not too difficult. The problem is getting one you can stand, for one thing.
Getting the right girl, like
Yeah, getting
one
the
that's
right
not
girl.
gonna just throw you under the bus.
Yeah.
See, this is why I look forward to the Civil War, because I'm gonna have
Now,
a harem.
granted,
I'm gonna have like 10 women that
But
are just reading.
But she could be perfect in every. Yeah, 10 women. Yeah, but she could be perfect in every way. But if she sounds like Kamala Harris when she laughs,
Oh, God,
that's gonna be a little bit of the tough one, buddy. That's gonna be a tough one. I feel bad for you because that's a tough one because she's perfect in every way. Not only is she absolutely gorgeous, like
But
I
if
mean,
her
like,
laugh
fuck,
is more evil
drop dead
than
gorgeous, like. And
You
she
got
and
something
she's and she wants to have kids, but if she has a horrible fucking laugh, dude, I feel bad for you, buddy.
No, dude. Fuck it.
But go for it anyway. Fuck it. It's just a laugh.
Yeah,
You can tell
the
her her
only
laugh
problem,
is annoying, and she'll probably listen to you and change it.
Yeah, if the only problem was the laugh, fuck. I mean, like,
You got it good.
yeah,
I'd say you still got a good deal on that one. Fuck it.
because yeah,
That's like
I mean,
buying a car and saying that just because it's got a scratch on it, you don't want it. Fuck it, dude. You found it for the best price in fucking town. Hell, the best price in the country. It's the exact car you want it, the exact fucking way you want it. Oh, it's got a rip in the interior and a part of the
Yeah,
leather seat. Fuck it, dude. Just buy it. You can fix that shit.
like I only had to trade 2 goats for this.
Tell her
fucking
her
wife.
laugh is annoying. She'll probably
Well, how many times was that car test driven?
2 goats.
How many times was the car test driven?
Oh.
Well,
how many miles on that fucking?
Well, you may encounter. You may encounter a woman who in her past was a party animal, who in her past had an OnlyFans and used to drill herself for hours on end for people's enjoyment, for people's wank, for people's jack pleasure, if you will. But if she's changed her ways and now wants to settle down and she's still young enough and she has a lot of love to give to somebody and to give to children, to give to a husband, and you've sat down and talked with her and you know that this woman's changed and this is what she wants. Don't look past it. You have to forgive people. Certain people you can forgive because certain people can change, and you got to give it a shot.
What Johnny's saying here is he can save her.
Except Jews.
He could save her. Except for the Jews. We can't save them.
Except Jews. If she's Jewish, say no. Say no.
Run.
Don't do that.
Well, I will say, like,
run.
Okay, I know when I was younger, like, it was just girls didn't want to settle down. I don't think that got any better since I was younger. You know what I mean? Like, definitely seems to have gone the other direction.
That's why we need the hard times.
Dude, okay. I'm 40 and I'm fucking dating, right? And so what am I dating? Women under 40. And let me fucking tell you how sad it is.
Leave my millennials alone.
What's that?
I said, leave my millennials alone.
Whatever.
I'll go for the Zoomer girls.
No,
Arid probably could have it. Arid looks like the kind of guy who could have any woman he wanted. He's not that kind of guy because he's got integrity, but he looks like the kind of guy who could, if he played his cards right, could get probably any women he fucking wanted.
No,
put a little just for men in that hair, man. You could. It'd be 2 inches of water on the fucking floor anytime you went into a club.
They like the silver fox. But I mean, maybe 23-year-olds don't. But what the fuck did I want to do with the fucking 23-year-old?
They're fucking annoying, let me tell you.
Dude, I've had some minor.
That was kind of my point of my statement. Was like, I don't want to.
Dude, short-term dating fucking experiences with fucking gals under fucking 30, and it's been like, whoa, you're like fucking gals I fucking knew in high school. You're not like fucking adults.
Right, they're all retarded now.
Yeah, like, dude, when I was like, I was still renting till I was about 27.
You don't want me to put it in that hole, sweetheart. You don't want me to put it in that hole. I'm older than you, and I know better. You're not going to like it.
And honestly,
I have more experience.
Some of us, we kind of need women who've already had children because it just doesn't. Size matters and things. Anyways, but what I'm getting at is, Walrus knows.
I finally get it. I get it now.
What I was gonna say is the fucking saddest thing that I've seen is gals, I'm talking, some gals are my age, but I'm between 30 and 40, and the number of fucking single fucking women who want to have kids and didn't, and I mean, not every woman who's, in her 30s and doesn't have kids is in that position because she was a fucking retard. Some of them are just because they couldn't find a fucking decent guy. But
or psycho.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't. Yeah, people weren't like fucking upstanding citizens when we were younger either.
Yeah, but my point being is that so many of them pissed away. They pissed away those years, and they pissed away the good chances at the guys who were stand up. And I'm not talking like, oh, it's the nice guy that you should. No, I'm not talking about that. Like fucking real men who had fucking steady jobs and wanted families and shit. And we're fucking no, you're not partying, you're not doing the fucking drugs I'm doing, or you're not going to the the same things I'm doing. And then those women are like, oh, I'm gonna have vacations, I'm gonna do this, and they hit their fucking 30s, and it's like, what the fuck did I do with my life?
Yep.
And it's the saddest goddamn fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've declined dating fucking women because they don't have kids and they're desperate to have fucking children. And I told a couple of gals, like, you don't want to waste your time with me. Go out and find a guy to impregnate you, because maybe I would have more kids even at the age of 40, but it's not my fucking priority. Right? I already have kids. If I didn't have kids, it would be a whole different story.
You'd be missing out on a lot of shit by the time they're old enough.
Yeah, that's kind of the point, right? But I mean, if I met the right gal, I would. But if I didn't have kids, I don't care. I'll have kids even if I'm fucking 50. Because I want to have kids, but it's a lot different for fucking women too. But I would say I've said to women who are of that, they're in their early 30s and they're like, I've got to find a guy to settle down with. And I've said, you're great, you're cool, you're gorgeous, but you don't waste your time with me.
They hit the wall already.
No, but the thing is that they haven't. But the problem is, the problem is they pissed away their peak attractive time, and now they're looking for a single guy in their 30s to early 40s who wants to settle down and have kids. Well, guess what? The ones that don't have kids aren't fucking good guys that they want to settle down with.
Hey, I'm 34 without kids.
That's my point. No, I'm sorry.
Well,
just joking.
Well, I'd say my sister is 28. My sister's 28 years old, and she spent all of her 20s going to school to become a physician's assistant.
Yep.
Got cancer 2 times, kicked the shit out of the cancer twice. All right, and became a physician's assistant. She's making $80,000-$90,000 a year, still dating. But
Yep.
I recognize that school in that case took up a lot of her time. She never, for all I know, she never dated, but she became so successful that I don't think she ever paid any attention to boys in college because of how successful she became and how quickly she did her shit. Yep. My brother, he's going to turn 30 soon. He may already be 30. I don't know. I don't keep good tabs on him, and I really should. But he's got 2 beautiful sons. My
Yep.
2 beautiful nephews. He's married a beautiful woman, a beautiful Christian woman who was a cheerleader for the Baltimore Orioles. By the way, I like bragging about that because, that's a good woman, and she's beautiful and she's caring and loving too.
Dude,
I think they're going to be married for a while. But 2 beautiful boys. I can't wait to be the cool uncle. But and I think I'd like to marry somebody soon. Kids yet? I don't know about. I know I want kids. I know I want to be kids. I know I want to be a good father. But in terms of a financial thing, I'm not financially ready for kids.
Yeah.
I know I could get married. Financially, I could get married tomorrow. Not going to, but I could get married soonish within the next 2, 3, 4 years. But I'm probably going to wait a little bit longer to have kids, just for the
Yep.
financial stability, because I also want to make sure I can take care of them.
I would just say
that's
this.
probably going to be my plan. But and I know.
I'll just say this: whether or not you meet a gal, spend the next 7 years of your life, leading up to 30. You're going. Everything you do is to prepare yourself to have a wife and kids, because listen why? Because if you don't, you're in an awesome position. And if you never have kids, you're in an awesome position, and you're not going to be a drag on society, and you're doing your part, and you're being an honest guy, and you're looking towards the future. And if you do, you're already prepared. And then if you meet a gal and you're, and you want to get married and you're like 27, 28, you can go, all right, let's fucking get married. We're going to buy that little house and we're going to have fucking kids. But you've already prepared for it, right? And that's, one of the biggest mistakes I made was pissing away with the fucking a few years where I should have been preparing. Like if I had gotten my mechanic's license when I could have in my early 20s, I would have had an extra almost 10 years of being productive and making decent cash. Right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't to the point where when I hit 36, right before I got separated, I was having a conversation about finances with my ex, and I don't, I'm just a mechanic, right? I'm not whatever. My wife was an artist, but we were getting fucking close to $100,000 a year between the two of us, and we lived frugally and whatever. I'm looking I said, in the next year we're going to be able to save $1,000 a month, living the same lifestyle that we're living. I could have been there 7 years earlier had I just done things smarter. Like had I been like you, where you have a career when you're fucking 23.
And that's another thing I have is have that, like I said earlier, get that goal that you'd be willing to lay down your life to protect. But another thing is look at, think about the things that you don't expect. In 4 years from now, and it's very realistic in 4 years, from 4 years from now, I could have my own truck, my own company, and my own fleet of drivers that I'm driving alongside. And my own, like I said, my own company, and making $200,000, $300,000 a year. Who knows? And I'd love that. I don't know. I also sometimes think about maybe I could have a different career in that time. I could be doing something completely different. But I also like to think about the possibility of one day having my own truck and my own company and my own drivers. And not being the owner who sits in an office down in the home base. Like, I'm on the road with you guys. You have a problem? Call me. If somebody's not fixing your fucking problem, give me a call, and I'll know exactly what the hell you're talking about, and I'll fucking help you on the phone while I'm driving down the I-40 or some shit.
Shit, I like that. Hire me.
And this goes back to what you guys were talking about earlier.
Shit, man.
Dude, hire him. Get that company going.
I will. If you got a CDL and I have a company going, man, sure. Fuck it.
And once again, like
2 DUIs under my belt, though. So I'm kind of out.
Fuck it.
No, I used to do ambulance, dude.
I'll look the other way.
When I was your age, dude, I was doing medic work. I was doing
ambulance. That's good.
Yeah, I was doing 911.
So you know how to drive fast and safely.
Exactly.
You know how to drive very quickly and very safely.
Yep. I mean, hell, like, why not? Like, bloody hell. Like, see, I messed up my life when I was younger because of things. Too much partying, I guess.
Yeah.
And, like, it got to me. Like,
I almost messed up my life. Good?
Oh, like, it got to me. Like, the job I was doing, like, seeing people die, stuff like that, it got to me. It really did. And I was an FTO. I was a supervisor, too.
Well, like...
I was training the newbies.
Well, like I was going to say, I almost messed up my life, too.
Yeah.
I think I've probably brought up the story about how I punched my stepdad in the face and spent 6 days in jail.
Right.
That could have turned into, felony charges and being a felon for the rest of my life. Not being able to own guns. By the grace of God, I was only sentenced to 12 years unsupervised probation. After I did that, they dropped all the domestic violence charges and gave me normal, non-DV disorderly conduct. I can go into a gun store, Jesus Christ, learn to speak, and fill out a 4473, get a background check, and walk out that same day. I can start a company. I can get loans. I don't have a criminal record at all because of, well, I do, but not a real criminal record. I'm not a real criminal. I just made a mistake. But it's that's another thing. If you got something, don't let it get you down because you never know how bad things really are unless they are. But But
the only reason I don't have a criminal record
I
is because I
look
was
past
fucking
that shit, man. I don't care.
lucky. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, man, like pirate, like I was saying, I don't give a if you got as long as you didn't get a DUI for driving while high. I don't care. If you got drunk one day and decided to go out and drive, listen, you made a mistake. Nobody died. Nothing serious came. Well, something serious came of it. You got the charges, but I'd look past that shit. Unless there's a specific law that I have to follow stating that I am not legally allowed to hire somebody like that, I'm gonna fucking hire you. I don't care. Because I feel you seem like the kind of guy who's not going to get drunk and then get behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler. Something bad, some seriously bad shit could happen then. But you don't seem like the guy to do that. You seem like you were young and made a mistake. I don't care. I've driven drunk before I was a driver. I was a security guard. I got drunk one night, decided to drive to Walmart to get myself a pecan pie, drove back home shit-faced, decided to Snapchat my girlfriend singing Johnny Cash, slurring all the words because I'm fucking drunk. Showing me there, and then tried to tell her, oh no, that wasn't me, that was my friend. I didn't get busted, I didn't kill anybody, but I made a mistake. I'm not gonna make that same mistake again, especially driving behind this fucking thing.
At least you're singing Johnny Cash.
Could have been worse.
Singing fucking the funny part is I was singing Folsom Prison Blues. Driving drunk.
Where you were headed. Calypso, can you still get a commercial license?
I don't know. Well, I'm definitely not a felon. I think I could go to another state and get it. In California versus.
You should be able to. I think. Do you like if you have a CDL, and I don't know if this is a state thing or I know that if it's just a state thing, then obviously there's no federal thing for it.
Yeah,
but at the very least, let's assume it's at Arizona state level. If you have a CDL and you get pulled over for drunk driving and you get a DUI, they suspend your license for 2 years. They don't permanently suspend it or block it. If you get multiple DUIs, that's a different story. You lose your license totally. But if you get one DUI, you're going to get fired. You're going to lose your job. That's a given. But they only suspend your license for 2 years. After that 2 years, you can start anew. You can start from fresh. All right? They give you a second chance. You got to remember, a second chance isn't always going to be the perfect second chance. It's a second chance. You got to take it if you want it. But so Calypso, you should be good. I'd look into it if you want. If that's really something you want to do, and you have the money to spend. I paid $3,900 to go to school to get my CDL. It's not cheap, but it's worth it. You make your money back really fast.
That's cheaper than what I did for Medic. It was like $1,500.
There you go.
Yeah, dude, and I love driving. Honestly, like I've driven.
It was 1,000. No, dude, $3,900 is more expensive than $1,500.
That's what
last time I checked.
That's what I said. Yeah, so it's cheaper to become an EMT.
I was gonna say, like, it's not. Yeah, but I'd recommend more becoming a trucker because there's less of the heartbreak of watching people die in an ambulance. But
yeah, that's
right.
No doubt that fucked you up, dude.
It really did fuck me up because, like, I used to do interfacility transports as well as 911. Yeah. Interfacility means we're going back and forth with a patient, so I got to know these people.
Yeah.
And I got to become friends with them, and then they died.
Yeah.
So like I got to know hundreds of people, transporting them back and forth to these, appointments or whatnot. I also did 911, but I got to know a lot of good people, and hey, they were old and dying.
Yeah.
And then they died.
Calypso, I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say this, but the way you're telling the story, I have an image in my head of the scene from Black Hawk Down when all the Humvees have returned to the forward operating base, and they open up the doors and start splashing buckets of water in to wash all the blood out from the floorboards of the Humvees, before they send them back out. That's the kind of image you got put in my head, man. That's fucked up. I can't imagine having that kind of I know it's probably not that bad, but I can't imagine having a job like that. I wouldn't be able to do it, and I commend you for it, man.
Like, that was my thing, too. I was a supervisor there, and every single new trainee, I told them, don't make this a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
We're doing this. This is a lifestyle. We have to care about these people. And I've gotten into fights with nurses. I've gotten into fights with doctors over my patient because I knew my patient. I'd be transporting him all the time. I'd be like, hey, this guy isn't right. Let's go ahead and, change the operation. We're going to take him to the ER now because this guy ain't right. And they'll be like, oh, fuck you. We want our money. Because I'd be like transporting him to dialysis. And these nurses would be like, oh, no, they're fine. They're fine. I'd be like, no, they're not. This is not who they are usually. Something wrong happened. Let's go take them to a real hospital. Like, I got so many fights with these people.
Yeah.
It sucks because
that's something you got to do is when something's wrong, you got to make sure they know they're wrong.
Yeah. It's like I got to know these people personally. I got to hear their life stories as, they'd banter with me. And one day they'd just be not right, but they wanted to send them to their appointment anyways because they get money for doing that. I'm like, nope, we're going to go ahead and take them to the ER instead.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to call it tonight, guys.
Yeah.
This has been a really actually awesome conversation.
Take it easy, Air man.
Yeah, I'm thinking I gotta shut it down.
It's been a really good
anyway.
fucking episode.
Yeah, this is once again one of the reasons I like the Fren Report. We do the news and the stuff. We also fucking get to know each other and chat and talk about fucking life. Glad you came on, Pirate.
Hey.
You have a good night, John. You have a good night, Walrus.
How's everything going? Are we
easy,
wrapping up here?
And on
Are we wrapping
comes
up?
Murray. Yeah. Have a good night, Murray. I'm heading out.
Did I miss the chest?
No,
Oh
I'm
God!
gonna do
did
that
I miss
right
the
now.
chest?
You still
I'm
get
gonna-
the shekels
I'm
going.
gonna do that
Hey,
right now, actually. Yeah.
Right. Anyways, have a good night, guys.
In here.
See you, Aaron. Good
Let's
night.
see you tomorrow.
Good night, Aaron. I'm gonna do the chest, so you might want to stick around for just a minute.
Oh God, chest.
So early January, I should be back home and have actual home Wi-Fi, so my connection should be better and not as much of a delay. But that's going to be like another month from now, so everybody just hold tight. My audio will get better and my responses will be timely.
Sounds good.
Uh-huh.
Let's open up that fucking chest.
It's opening, bro.
One of my favorite memes is the meme where it'll be like, it was a specific one. It was Hillary Clinton, and she's up on stage, and he's talking about, we're going to put a ban on high-capacity magazines and a ban on assault weapons. Everyone stands up to clap, and all of a sudden, the one person right in front of the camera stands up to clap, and you see the fucking yarmulke on the back of their head, and all of a sudden, it starts zooming into the picture of the golem Jew, and it's like, ba 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 ba. It's the most beautiful fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
All right, Rising Rival was the big one.
I'm gonna look on YouTube tonight.
Let me get through these shekels so I can get out of here, bud.
Hey Johnny, if you want to talk more, dude, hit me up because I'm all about VC right now.
Right.
Yeah, Rising Rival got the
I
most.
don't want to be alone.
Rising Rival got the most at 28.7. Hate Joggers got 16.9. Hank Etter
Hey,
got...
Jacob, can I interrupt you?
Hey, I was just thinking, why didn't somebody interrupt me? Well, why don't we just why don't we spend another hour or two fucking getting through these shekels? And... Hank Etter got 12.5. Murray got 10 shekels for Murray. And Kyle, 1488, got 8.6.
10 shekels. It's going to be put
The 10 shekels.
at the Holocaust Museum.
My shekels.
We're building a new wing to commemorate.
That's the funniest
George
shit. Is
Floyd.
it costs money to go in the Holocaust Museum.
Hey, they don't call it the Holocaust for nothing. No.
Right.
Oh,
Well, it gotta cost
oh
something.
god damn, that's funny.
All right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Joe.
Have a good night.
Take it easy.
Do you guys want me to leave this chat open for you?
Yeah, you can.
All right.
Sure, I'll be on for another half hour.
Right on.
There we go. All right, folks. I'm out of here. Texas won't let me in. I ain't gonna be here long. Not afraid I'm going. I ain't gonna be here long, Lord. I ain't gonna be here long. Gone, my lungs are shot, my heart's about to give. But I ain't gonna let that bother me, no. So I'm drinking, smoking, gun to rebel son. I ain't gonna let that bother me, no, Lord. So I'm drinking, smoking, gun to rebel son. I ain't gonna be here long.